go live on Instagram. Quick back crack, mandatory back crack, right into the microphone. That was terrible. Could have been better. Okay. Instagram live, YouTube live, videos posted.
Rich, how you feeling, brother?
Who's that? Oh, hey, what's up, man? I'm well. How are you?
Nothing much. And good. I'm hoping this is a deal. Still trying to gain confidence on exactly my numbers and everything else with self finance.
Let's run it, man. Let's run it. What you got? Let's see it.
I'll show you.
I'm ready.
Flip my camera.
Can you? I honestly, that's hard for me to see, man. Can you tell me about the? Can you tell me the address?
Yep.
Because I got to see if the property makes sense first. What's your address?
It's gonna be 2829 Top Street.
Oh, yo, I gotta let the notary in. I'm so sorry. I forgot I'm buying a house today, man. Bear with me for 1 sec. I gotta let my notary in.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, hey, man. Sorry, I guess I didn't hear you knocking. Very good. How you doing? Well, yeah, I haven't done a deal with you in a minute. Gosh, I forgot we were doing this today. My apologies.
No, you're good.
Got a lot of guys. A quick interruption. I'm buying a house. I know. I moved the studio. I'm here now.
Good to see you, brother.
Good to see you too. How you doing?
Good, man. Thank you.
Well,
We live?
oh yeah, we're live. Guys, this is the notary that's okay with me filming. None of the notaries I bring on are okay with me. I actually had one make me sign an agreement that said, no, you are not to film us. I had to, in order to close the deal, I had to sign something saying you are not going to film us. Guys, is my camera working? People are saying that camera's not working. Is camera working? Okay, we're gonna buy a house live. Just a little. I did a bodybuilding show.
Shit.
Yeah, I did a bodybuilding show since the last. Yeah, I did men's physique and classic physique last October.
That's awesome. How'd you do?
I got 5th in classic physique and I got 5th in men's physique out of 90, which I was moderately happy with.
Which show's this?
This was West Coast Naturals in San Diego, I think.
Oh, so it's all natural.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, I don't know. I think some of the guys maybe they did a lie detector test to figure out if you were natural.
Yeah. All right. Settlement statement there. So that shows purchase price of the property. Do you want me to say numbers out loud?
Yeah. Go ahead.
All right. Purchase price of the property is $57,000. They've taken into account your earnest money deposit of $3,000, and then the loan amount is going to be $87,000.
Good.
Left column is closing costs, so things like property taxes, homeowners insurance, title fees, and lender fees. And then it looks like there's actually money due to buyer there. So that number, $23,000 and change, is what's coming back to you at closing.
Interesting.
Closing will be on, well, it says the 23rd, but
so I'm getting paid $23,000 to buy this house. $23,000 is being paid to me to close this deal. So this is I've only done this one other time, but this is a rehab. So I'm essentially flipping the house. Okay. My lender pays for purchase. My lender pays for closing costs. He pays for assignment fee. I have no monthly payments. Oh. And then he gives me $23,000 to renovate the property, which I then sell for probably $40,000 profit.
It's kind of like a construction loan in a way.
Yeah.
That's weird. So I've done 5,000 signings. I've never seen anything like that. Exactly.
Aren't those terms insane?
Yeah,
I met a private money lender and he's like, I'll fund purchase, rehab, closing costs, down payment, no monthly payments while the loan is out. It's all put on the back end. But with that said, my lender is still getting 15% interest only. So, I mean, he's got to be happy about that.
Yeah. There are ways to structure deals where everyone wins.
Okay, let's get this signed.
And the date is the 23rd. 323.26.
323.26.
How many properties you got now?
28. I sold 2 and I stopped. Well, I really slowed down acquiring rentals. When I first met you, I just bought rental after rental after rental after rental.
There was a couple weeks there where it was one after another.
And then it was just for tax purposes. But now that I have 28 now, and the tax shelter is great enough, so I'm just flipping at this point.
Yeah, that's cool. That is for the loan agreement. You're going to sign and date twice on that one.
And then I'm not signing
Date below, and then I think there's another spot for signature below.
032326. And then okay.
Yeah, so signing once as an individual and then once as a member of the LLC. Next up is the mortgage, or what we in Oregon call the deed of trust, but this one puts you on the title and then gives the lender the lien on the property. So this will get recorded with the local county. Do just a signature on that one, top right, and I'll fill my stuff out later. It's just easier. How many subscribers do you have in the Discord now? Is that public knowledge?
Yeah, it is. I have. It says right here. It should say. I think it's 9,600. I think it's 9,600 people now.
That's awesome.
Or so. I don't remember. But okay, what is this? So we're signing here. And
Just signature.
Just signature. Wanted to start wholesaling, wondering how useful the Discord is. I don't think the Discord's very useful. About the dialer, you said you talk about it. I don't use a dialer. I just call realtors on Zillow. We're going to be doing that today. After I'm done buying this house, I'm buying a house right now that I'm flipping. I'm not paying a finder's fee. I found it myself this time, but you could have found me this house. I bought it on, it was listed for 65. I'm picking it up for 56. You could have gotten it for 50. I would have paid you $6K.
2 signatures there. That's for the promissory note. So this is showing loan amount 87,000. Your interest rate's actually 14%.
Oh, great. 1 point less.
Yeah.
14% interest is rough, guys, but you got to understand this is a fix and flip loan. That what's more valuable to me is I don't have to come up with any money. I'll pay your 14% interest only as long as I don't have to come up with any money. It's literally just paid on the back end, meaning that my buyer is going to pay for all of the interest and I'll make the money on top. And I'll go through the numbers after I'm done buying this.
I'm just trying to see what the first payments do.
Purchase is going to be 56. My closing costs will probably be 6K because I had some back. I guess there were back payments on the property, not taxes. They were code violation payments. I forget the name of that. But I'll be in it for 56 plus 6. That's 62. And then I have 23,000 on my rehab. The loan is for 87. So the loan is for 87. And that includes my closing costs. So my closing costs are within the 87. And then I also have our holding costs. Is it the holding costs are the only other thing I have. So I have holding costs. Those are probably going to be 3K. So that's probably 90K. And then I have one buyer who's down to pick this up as is for $130,000. But if I occupy the property, meaning I rent it out first with tenants, I could sell it on the market or to my followers for like $145,000 and still hit a great cash on cash return. So I'm probably looking at like, I mean, what is that? 90,000 to maybe 140. It could be 50 grand. It could be $50,000. And I'm going to literally do none of the work. I'm spending more time signing this than I will on my phone with the contractor that I spent on the time with the realtor. Like this is going to be the most effortful portion of this entire flip, and I'll never see the house. And I'm not paying a dime. I'm receiving $23,000 to buy this property.
Where is this one? In Michigan?
It's Michigan. Yeah, I've literally never been to Michigan either. What's my duty in the deal? Just get you the house? Well, I can find houses on Zillow myself, but I can't get discounts without making 20 phone calls. So you make the 20 phone calls for me, you get the discount, and then I give you a check like this. I'm also wholesaling deals right now too, so I'll show you that process.
Signature and date there. The purchase agreement. That's just outlining some of the terms. You got to take that one.
Oh.
3/23/26. Next is the property transfer affidavit. We'll do signature and date there.
Suppressor says, who's that? This is the notary, guys. This is the notary that I rarely use because title won't let me select my own notary for whatever reason. And then they won't let me film the other notaries. They made me sign a document last purchase that says, so they, first of all, I asked for you in the last purchase. They're like, no, we're not doing that. And I was like, okay, whatever. I'll just film this next person. And I asked them if I could film. And they're like, not only can you not film, you're signing this saying that you're not filming or the deal doesn't close.
So is the notary or the title company?
Both. The notary, dude, it was absolutely insane. I had a notary come in. I asked her if I could film and she literally walked away. The next notary before they came, I had to sign a document.
That's bonkers.
I was just like, who cares? I'll blur out your face if you want.
I don't know why people take this so seriously. Water escrow agreement. Okay. So there's probably date that one. There's probably some water bills you're paying.
Oh, right.
Just to the right there, anywhere is fine. Cool.
From Africa and would like to work but don't have a USA number, you could use a program like Google Voice or SalesMate or Hushed to call from Africa. The last house that I bought in Michigan was sourced for me by a guy in Nairobi, Kenya. Isn't that pretty crazy? We got a deal closing this week from a guy out of Egypt. Very feasible, guys.
Second line there, just a signature.
This is, oh, no date. What if your numbers are too high when sending you a contract? That's part of the game, man. You're going to have to cancel contracts until you learn what makes a deal a deal. And I try to provide that education, but it's very unlikely that you get a deal done without having to cancel a contract first. You lose nothing by canceling a contract. That's simply part of the learning process. You have to understand what a buyer is looking for, and it doesn't cost you anything to learn that. It just costs you your time in getting a property under contract, you thinking it's a deal, and then I unfortunately have to crush your hopes and dreams and be like, I'm sorry, your 2-bed, 1-bath, 5K below list price is not a deal. As I buy this property, I'm doing the exact same thing for another buyer, but I'm the wholesaler. I'm the deal finder. It was the deal that we did in Milwaukee, Wisconsin last week. You guys remember that? That property is now under contract. Remember the call I made at the very end of Friday's live stream? They said yes, and I signed it over the weekend while I was walking the mobile home park. I had my buyer sign at 5K higher that exact same day. And you guys saw the entire process start to finish. I just had a really strong buyer, and I was able to get it, I mean, what, 15K below list for him? That's not very much.
What do you want to use as a forwarding address for the title company when they send you documents? And
I use this one.
Okay,
I use this one.
I'll fill it out.
Perfect. Thanks.
I think that's it. I'll just have you sign my journal and then we'll call it good.
Absolutely. Perfect. Can you explain what you do to me, please? Yes. When I was 20 years old, I was in a lot of debt from a bad business. And I looked for ways to pay that debt off. And I found out that real estate investors pay finder's fees. Finder's fees can be like this. Like this is a check for $20,000, guys. $20,000 check. It's a finder's fee. It's not that I flipped the house. It's that I found a house on Zillow at a discount for a buyer. Now I use the proceeds to both buy properties and then I also wholesale properties at the same time just for a demonstration. And right now I just bought a house. This is the notary. He essentially lets me do all my signature stuff, records it with a title company. The property's transferred to me. This particular property is a fix and flip. There's no wholesaler involved. I did my own acquisitions, but somebody could have easily found me this house as it was sitting on Zillow for 3 months. No activity. Anyways, man, thanks so much. I appreciate it. We'll see you later. Have a good one. Oh, thanks so much. I appreciate that.
All right. I will see you soon.
Absolutely. You have a good rest of your day, man. Drive safe. Bye-bye. You know, sometimes you're trying to run your live stream and you forget that you're supposed to buy a house. So you have to take a brief interruption to buy the house. But now we're done. Now I've acquired the property. Okay. Where are the haters who are always saying this is fake? Because I would have loved for y'all to be here for this moment. I would have loved for y'all to be here for this moment. Who was that? That was the notary. That was the notary. Can I come up? I got kicked out Friday. My Discord. Yeah, just a sec. What was the address I bought? I'll go ahead and drop it in the chat. I have a projected ARV between 130 and 140, guys. Anywhere between 130 and 140, okay? Okay. So we're going to get back to our regularly scheduled program, which is calls and deal review.
Yeah. All right, so just DM'd you the address.
Thanks for your patience.
Discord.
All right, so he's got a deal. He wants to show me the deal. How do I properly comp? Kiana, make sure you take the fix and flip course. Get started, fix and flip. Or get started cash. That's going to be really important for you. How much did the notary cost? I don't know. My lender pays for it. Trying to get situated here, man. Bear with me. I'm one of those people that if I'm not comfortable, I can't lock in. And now I'm comfortable.
No, same.
Okay.
Hey, just to preface, I said, is this a deal? Not this is.
Don't worry. I'll be nice. I'll be nice.
No, don't shoot. Put guns down, please.
Okay. All right. Let's check this out. Okay. I love that market. My buddy owns a house over here. He bought it off of Walt out of this Discord, which I haven't seen Walt in months. I wonder where he is. Okay. So looking at the house, I'm going to tell you what we're looking at, guys. It's a $47,000 listing in Columbus, Georgia. Am I allowed to share my screen on this?
Locked up. You can share the address, but you can show what it looks like.
Well, they're kind of one and the same. If I share the address, I share what it looks like. So you want to? It's not locked up or it is locked up?
Not locked up. Not locked up. I've got the realtor telling me that they're open to creative terms. So that's where we're at so far.
Okay, open to creative terms. Well, I think that this condition would be maybe a fix and flip. And I would imagine that they're open to creative terms, given that the property is listed for $47K. I mean, given that this thing is $47K, I mean, your down payment is most of the purchase price, or at least a good chunk of it. It's been there for 145 days. Yeah, I think this thing needs a rehab, man. Like,
really?
I mean, as you look around it, just look closely. You can, let's just look at this portion of the house right here. When you see stuff like this, look at do you see how the wall attaches to the floor? We have
it's a little strange.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world, but that lets me know that if that's visible in the photos, they weren't able to conceal the rest of the property. And then looking at this, I mean, this is like a step above homeless shelter. Look at the carpet. You look at the back of the carpet in the other room. Half of your floor or a little edge of your floor is like some sort of wooden composite, and then you have a different color carpet in the next room with a line in the center of it. This is what's called lipstick on a pig. Essentially, you have a massively distressed house. You throw a new coat of paint on it. You throw some random carpets that you got from Goodwill on the floor, and you call it good. But just little things like seeing that the outlets aren't covered lets me know this is going to fail an inspection. And the price point lets you know that as well. So this could totally be a deal, but this is a fix and flip, man. This is a fix and flip. And we haven't even gotten into the fact that our roof may be bad, our mechanicals may be bad, and we don't know anything about that. But the missing doorknobs, the mismatched carpet, the fact that we got half wood on the floor, half carpet on the floor, and then a different carpet, and there's wrinkles in it, and then just the way that the walls connect to the floor, that's not stuff you want to see in your rental property. And remember, these are the photos they chose to represent the property, meaning that these are the best photos we got. This is as good as it gets. So 145 days on Zillow also is an indicator of, well, it's 145 days on Zillow. And then the property type is another indicator. It's a 2-bed, 1-bath with 600 square feet. That's like one of the least desirable types of properties, you have. Because even if you flip it, it's a tiny home, man. And most people want to live in like a house. So in that this is a tiny home, it makes it hard to sell, hard to flip, hard to rent out, hard to anything on this property. So I'm gonna be real with you, man. If I were gonna get this, seeing the days on market, the beds, the baths, the square footage, I would want to get it for like 10K because I know that the market has massively rejected this property for the past 4 months. I know it's in a kind of a smaller market. I'm familiar with it, but it is a smaller market. And then I also know that the house is pretty decently distressed. So man, when it comes to me wanting to get a creative finance deal, I'll show you the bare minimum condition we can have. It doesn't have to be great condition. Let's go ahead and share my screen. I'm going to go max price $100,000, and I'll find you one that doesn't exactly look like it's in good condition, but it'll suffice. So let's see what we can find here. Something that will suffice, I should say. Would this suffice? Oof, no. So that won't suffice.
No, that doesn't look like a soup kitchen.
Look closely, man. Look closely. Look at the walls. Look at the stains on the floor. Look at this. What even is this?
On.
Can you see my screen? Gosh, I hope you don't think that's
Yeah.
turnkey. Because just as you look around, there's all, you guys gotta look carefully. Because if you get a deal under contract and the inspection is just terrible, it's not gonna sell. It doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to be immaculate, but that deck is done. Section 8 wouldn't allow that. That roof is cooked. The interior looks like it needs at least $15,000. So that's also one that wouldn't suffice. These look like the house I just bought. The house I just bought for fix and flip looks like the interior of these houses. But I'm going to try to see one that looks okay to me. Great, no problems. Yep, that's no problem at all. It's not perfect, but it's no problem. You see, you see that the walls look fine. It's ugly as hell, but this suffices. That's okay. It's a 2-bed, 1-bath. That's definitely a hit off of whether or not people like the property. But if you got this on creative terms, it would sell. I fear that any offer apart from 10K cash that you get on the other property, there may not be anything to do with it. Anyways, hopefully that helps.
Last question. When you're deciding when you're putting in the calculator your assignment fee, Pace Morby said he does $1,000 for every $200 upload. Is that your same principle on how you decide an assignment fee?
I remember that when I was learning. I haven't heard that in a while, but I remember that. That was something that was said when I was first starting out in this business. No, I don't actually look at it that way. I'll run through a deal and I'll tell you maybe a hypothetical offer we could get accepted. So let's look at this thing right here. Let's say you call the seller on this property and it looks decent enough, right? And maybe you get them to agree to $110,000 with $10,000 down and $500 per month. That would probably sell for 10K. 8K, 7 or 8K. A cheap property, like a really cheap house like this, rarely generates more than a 10 or 12K assignment fee. Like it's cheap house, and that's why we always say that my average is 8K. But a cheap property, like a 50 to 150K property, unless it's like a duplex or triplex or quadplex, something really desirable about that, usually does not generate more than probably 12,000 max. Like I would say the biggest assignment fee I've ever seen on a really cheap property might be $15,000, probably a $15,000 deal. But well, I guess we did do that 50K one once. So sometimes it happens. Like if you happen to get one of these things for 10K, yeah, maybe you get a 50K assignment fee. But generally speaking, a 90K house that you get on creative finance terms, probably max $10,000 or $12,000 for your assignment fee.
What would determine that? Like it's not on cash flow. It's what desirability you're saying?
It's honestly just kind of the rules. I'll give you a deal that I have in closing right now. So I got this 16108 Lapin closes this week. 16108 Lapin. It's one of those 90K properties. This thing is a creative finance deal, and it's got the absolute max down payment it could possibly have. I put $12,000 down on this property. It has a monthly payment of $633, and there's a tenant in place for $1,250 per month, and we have 12K down. I send it to my buyer at 17K down, any higher, and it would not have worked for them. But that's the absolute max here. This is a $5,000 assignment fee on this. I know it's kind of hard to hear, but honestly, I don't really have a calculation to figure out our assignment fee. You just start knowing what it is based on your experience in the business, but you should loosely think, you know, 4K, 3K is pretty common for a cash deal that you may only have 20K below list price. If you have it steeper, that could be 5K to $10,000. Almost all of our cash deals have assignment fees between $5 and $10,000. And if you get a creative deal, it might be closer to $8 to $12,000, unless you get a creative deal on a bigger property. For example, we have this deal closing today. This is a bigger property, right? It's in the 200s, and there's two of them. Each one of these sold for 10, totaling $20,000 assignment fee. I don't really have a way for you to calculate your assignment fee other than your cash on cash return for a cash deal, but you should know that they're almost always between $3,000 and $12,000 for us.
Perfect. Thank you.
Absolutely. Best of luck. Yeah, Mike, let's talk real quick because I got some calls to make.
Thank you, brother. I just emailed you the executed agreement for the duplex you signed on Friday.
Oh, they said yes.
Yes, sir.
Great news, man. Can we learn about this again? It's Allen, right?
Yes, sir. That's Allen Street. Yeah, let me pull up the notes.
And what did we sign? We signed at 120, right?
125, brother.
125, and this is occupied at 19 or 1,800 a month.
2,300.
Gee whiz. Now I know why I signed. Okay. That's a new thing for me to sign a cash deal for somebody. Must mean I have some confidence in that deal.
Yeah, so he has two other multifamilies and no single family that are tenant occupied, but he wants to go one by one. So really hope we can get this done.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. It's time. I can't wait. My favorite thing to do is to call my buyers live and sell a deal in real time. I'll break down what it is that we're looking at. Actually, before I do that, let's get clips really quickly for Andrew so I don't forget. Because that buying a house was a clip. Okay, sorry. I just needed to tell him about those clips.
Okay.
Oh, he left his pen. Oopsies. Okay. So here's the deal, guys. This is a duplex, I think, in Akron, Ohio.
Yes.
Akron, Ohio is a market that we don't usually do a lot of deals in, not because we don't like it, but because it's kind of hard to find a deal there. I'm gonna be real. Akron does not have the same amount of inventory as Cleveland. Akron is kind of like it's not even that much smaller of a market. It's just like competitive. The houses in Akron, they just fly, and I don't really know why that is, but they do. So when it comes to finding a turnkey multifamily with tenants in place in Akron, my buyers love that. And that means we might even be able to get more than 5K on these. As I just said to the other guy, 5K is pretty standard for a good cash deal for us. We do deals where maybe you only have to make 10 or 15 calls, but you get 5K off of that. It's more of a work-life balance than some of your traditional wholesaling activities. So on this particular deal, the reason I'm so excited is because of the cash on cash return and what I think about the condition of this property. The condition of this property is beautiful. Like, we were looking at that other guy's house, and I want you to look closely at this property. I want you to zoom in and look at how the roof attaches to the gutters. Look at how the windows don't have any marks on them. Look how they've done a little bit of landscaping with the flowers. The grass is mowed. Everything looks clean on this, and that gets me really excited about a deal. That's the first thing. The second thing is the cash on cash return, I think, is dummy crazy. I think it's dirty, nasty crazy. And here's why. He has it at 125. I'm going to run this for 135. I'm going to go ahead and imagine that we have a $27,000 down payment. I'll share my screen on the calculations. So my buyer's price, I'm perceiving that my buyer might want to pay 135,000. I'm saying maybe he'll pay 135. The down payment here is 27. That's 20%. It's not our down payment, it's the buyer's down payment. The seller gets the 125 up front. This is his monthly payment, and let's use 250 for taxes and insurance. So I'm going to do 250. I'm going to add that to my monthly payment of 682. So this is my monthly payment if I buy it at 135. Now I'm bringing in actively 2,300. We know that my buyers want a 20% cash on cash return if occupied. This will be well above that. I'm going to take 20% off the top for expenses, and then I'm going to subtract 932. Oh my God, you're so in the green. We never see numbers like this. It's netting $908 per month. I'm going to multiply that by 12. It's netting almost 11 grand per year, divided by my total cost of entry, which is 27. Dude, we might be able to sell this for even more. I might really push on this for you. I might go for 12K, which would be awesome. And then we have a 27 plus 5K down payment is going to be a 32 entry on this, which, as you can see, guys, we're at 30% occupied. Yeah, 34% occupied. Man, I'm going to push the envelope far on this. Let's go for 137. Let's go for 137, guys. I think I think we can do it. I really think we can do it. Oh, last thing to check here, guys, is crime. I don't want to reveal the address on this, but I'm going to go ahead and check my crime in the area. However, this thing just looks way too clean to have drive-by shootings every day here. So let's check spot crime. Spot crime looking good. Not a single shooting in between the railroad and the highway in this area. So and it's at the University of Akron. It's at the University of Akron. So that's I'm going for 138. That would be a 13,000 assignment fee. 138, right? Wait. You have it at 125.5. Yeah, 13,000. I'm going to go for 138. Yeah. And that's pushing the envelope, guys, but it's there.
Please.
No, come on, pick up the phone. Oh, no. No, I can't call him right now, guys. I'm going to have to call him in a second, but that's going to be so good. He'll call me. He will call me. He'll give me a call. He'll give me a call, and I'll be able to sell this on live, and I'll probably be able to sell this for $13,000. I think that I think it's a complete no-brainer deal. We just have to wait for him to respond, and then we'll sell it. We're already under contract. We'll get the inspection scheduled. How long do we have for inspection?
7 business days.
7 business days. Perfect. Okay, so I'll just keep you up here. I'm going to keep you up here because we're going to call the buyer at some point. His phone's just not on. But
Sounds good, bro.
it's a no-brainer. I'm not nervous at all. Oh, here he is. Perfect. Hey, man.
What's up, stud? How's it going?
This is the best one I've sent you. This condition-wise, crime-wise, cash-on-cash return, location, price point, condition. I already said condition, but this is the best one. It's there's I don't know if there will be a better one. Okay, get this. And part of the reason why it's so lucky is because we don't send you deals here because they're really hard to find. This one's in Akron, Ohio. And one thing about Akron, Ohio is that the multifamilies there are either destroyed or they sell instantly. They're very hard to find. So here's what we have. I'm going to go ahead and DM you the address so that you can look at the really awesome condition. But
is it a duplex or single family?
Duplex.
Okay.
Fully occupied. $2,300 a month. So you've got a duplex, fully occupied, $2,300 a month. It's been fully renovated. It has a new roof. It has new siding. It has new windows. It's landscaped even. The photos of this property on Google Maps are unbelievable. The house is also at the University of Akron. I mean 2 blocks away from it. So you've got really consistent tenants. But tenants are in place at $2,300 a month. Your cash on cash return is 32% with tenants already in place.
Okay, I'm listening.
You have no shootings in the area, and you actually have these college emergency pillars outside of them. They had these at my school, but essentially, if crime happens, they can't.
They hit that thing burning.
Yeah, so I'll send you some pictures, but this is a super low crime, really phenomenal condition property with 34% cash on cash return, fully occupied. It's also 138.
138 is the purchase price.
138 is the purchase price. Tenants in place at $2,300 per month.
Interesting. Okay, so $2,300 a month, cash or Section 8?
I would imagine that they're just normal paying tenants.
Okay. And this, you said it's 138?
138.
Now the taxes, I believe, are less than Akron, right?
I don't know, but I did use our normal 250. So I'll tell you what taxes are for the property, but I did use our normal 250. Taxes on this thing are going to be $2,053 per year. So 170. Yeah, slightly less. They're slightly less than you'd see in Cleveland or Detroit.
Okay. All right. Send it on over. I'll get my property manager to take a look at it, see if it's worth pulling the trigger on, which obviously at those numbers there already is, but they just have to give us the thumbs up.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get you a lockbox code or access instructions. We're under contract. Mike, how long do we have to sell this thing, Mike?
7 business days.
7 business days. Okay, we got 7 business days. That contract was signed yesterday or today, so we got a lot of time.
So we have 6 days left, 5 days left. Wait, these business days or normal?
These are business days. And then the comment in the chat says, from a guy on TikTok who's watching this, says, "I'll buy that right now." So go quick.
Okay. I love it. All right. I'll get back to you. If somebody else picks it up, it's all good, but I'll definitely
No, I'm gonna try to get it. Oh, look at we got another one. He says, if this buyer doesn't take it, I'll take it. That's 2. That's 2 here. So dude, I wanna work with you because I don't know these guys, but I'll talk to them in a second. But
yeah, give me a 24-hour clock. Put the 24-hour clock and tell them if I don't come through, then they can show proof of funds and go through. But I think my guy Josh, the one's buying all your other deals, is probably gonna get this one.
yeah, I mean it's absolutely perfect. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get you access instructions.
Beautiful. Thank you, sir.
Absolutely. Oh, by the way, the seller has multiple other properties occupied, same conditions, same area. So if we get this one done, there's more to come.
Load it up. Yeah, Akron's a good area. We like Akron, for sure. That's a good area. So load it up. They got more deals. See if we can bundle them together for a better price point.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get this one across the finish line and we'll go ahead and load up another one.
Cool. Talk to you soon, buddy.
Bye. What's it listed for? It's not listed. That's why I can sell it for whatever I want, because the value of the property is ambiguous because it's off market. I don't know where he got this. I would imagine he called the realtor and the realtor said you had a pocket listing.
Lightning leads, brother.
You got that from Lightning Leads?
Yes, sir.
Dude, that's what I'm talking about. That's my software. That's my software, guys. So Chris and I built Lightning Leads, and Lightning Leads spits out cash and creative finance deals. You can go to Buy Box Cartel and you can sign up for Lightning Leads right now. PropStream is $100 per month. Lightning Leads is $39 per month. But what is Lightning Leads? I'll show you right now. It essentially spits out the deals that you guys would want to make offers on. Like for all of our purposes, all of our buyers, it spits them out. And actually, we're going to be adding mobile home parks to Lightning Leads soon. So we're going to be adding a lot of stuff to Lightning Leads. Section 8 deals will be added to Lightning Leads. Mobile home parks will be added to Lightning Leads. But as of right now, you've got mortgage takeovers and seller finance, but you've got them off market. And that means that you can skip trace the owner directly from Lightning Leads. Lightning Leads does have skip tracing. And then you can call them. Is that what you did? You skip trace the owner?
Yeah, bro. So I obviously used the cookie. They gave me the phone number. I called them, left him a voicemail, sent him a text. He texted me back, and then we went from there.
Dude, that's insane. How many people did you have to? Because obviously you're skip tracing, and the phone number's not always accurate. How many people do you have to call?
So this was on my 3rd batch. Let's see here, and I only buy I only buy like a $10 batch. So that's like 50 cookies per batch, and it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on number 7.
On number 7, there we go. On number 7, so he sends me the deal. I sign the deal for him. I call my buyer. I sell it for $13,000. Now is there a lockbox or what is? How do we get somebody to walk by the property?
I will text him and I will keep you posted as soon as possible.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say tenants in place, so we need to schedule the walkthrough. Let me know if they want it and we'll get you in. Okay, now for my buyers, those other guys who said, I want your deals, they're all posted on Buy Box Cartel. All of our deals are on Buy Box Cartel. So Buy Box Cartel is fully free. If you look up, gosh, why is this so blurry? If you look up buyboxcartel.com, you guys can scroll through the deals that are available. These are all discounted properties for sale on Zillow, both cash and creative finance. And if you zoom in, I mean, they're like all throughout the United States. There's a lot more than this. Look, there's 12 pages. There's 12 pages of deals that you can scroll through right now. Think of this as Zillow, but the houses are already under contract, ready for you to pull the trigger on. So available. Anyways, Mike, submit that to my team at the same time so that we can also go ahead and market this thing.
You want me to? I have Shell's email. You want me to send it to her, or how do you want me to go about it?
Yeah, get it over to Shell.
Okay, I'll do that right now. I'll stay on stage in case it replies to me, and we'll just mute everything. Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Thanks so much for your time. I appreciate it. See ya. Wow, this is great. This is great, guys. Off to a really good start. Buying a house immediately, and then wholesaling another one right after that. And then I'm curious how my TikTok's doing.
Your text message is worth $10,000, and if you knew that, you would not be showing up to work anymore.
Okay, that's pretty good. Hopefully that goes viral. Maybe. I had a TikTok. I have a crazy reel right now, guys. It's at 2.8 million views in 2 days, and then it's ripping on all platforms. I mean, it's also at it's literally at 940K on YouTube. Anyways, we've got our next live call right now. I'm gonna go ahead and take this. Hey man, I was just about to call you. How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm doing really well. Remind me, what were we talking about today? You got some properties to sell, or are you looking to buy?
No, properties to sell this time. I got 2 duplexes. I was on your live I think it was yesterday or the day before that, and you were talking about you were looking into buying some duplexes. Are you interested in buying in Georgia or just Ohio, or where exactly?
I own all over Georgia already. I also do deals in Ohio, so let's go ahead and check them out. What you got?
Okay, I texted it to you, but it's 2. One is pretty much they're both by the same seller. I got them locked in today. Actually, we signed a contract today. One needs about 100,000. They're kind of in the same street. The other one needs more extensive work, 150,000.
Where is it located?
It's in Smyrna, so very close. You could even Airbnb for the World Cup this summer, and you're expected to make, according to AirDNA, around 15 to 30,000, right? So you have 2 different plays. You have short term and then long term. The cool thing about where these are located, it's right next to the base as well. So I actually am under contract, literally like 3 doors down, with a duplex, and I'm going to rent it out to VA vouchers, and they pay the same as Section 8. And I call the city. They are actively looking and willing to pay top, right? Especially now with heavy things going on, they're looking. So you could do either Section 8. Regular is below rents, but VA and Section 8 right now are hot. VA is really hot in that area.
Okay. You text me the address?
I did. Yes, sir. I texted you. Let's see here. Kind of like
I see.
Brief. I say brief, but it's pretty long.
Okay, property 1, Valley Oaks. Let's check.
Now I tried to put it in PropStream, dude, but there's no data coming up on PropStream. She doesn't know anything on Valley. She does have a mortgage, I believe. I would say around 180. She wouldn't tell me exactly. She just lost her husband, so she's trying to liquidate a few.
I'm trying to pull up the property right now so I can comp it.
And she also sent me the tax record of the appraisal. I have videos. I can send you the drive, the zip and the drive, so you can check out the videos. You can check out the appraisal from the city. And they got appraised last year, 2025. One for 438, the other one 428, I believe. And that's what they had, right? And that wasn't really good renovated. So if you renovate it nicely, that's why the ARV there is it's around 525 to 575. For wells, it'll be like a lot more extensive work though. Again, like 100 to 150,000. For Valley Oaks, you're looking around 80 to 100,000.
I can't find the house on Zillow for the life of me. Zillow makes it really hard to find off-market houses. So there's Marietta as a whole. Okay.
Let me see if I can get the Zillow link.
Well, I can find it on Zillow. I just can't find it on the map.
Oops.
I just have no idea where this thing is, man.
It's not popping up.
Well, it is. It's just the way that I'm comping these properties is I'm going to Zillow, I'm finding it on the map, and then I'm zooming in. Maybe I'm gonna restart. So let's see if I can look at this as a whole. So there's Atlanta, then there's the outline of Marietta. Okay, there's Marietta. Okay, I think I'm getting somewhere. And
Yeah, this one's in Smyrna.
We're over here. And then we're up in that little box. Pat Mel Road, southeast. Is that Pat Mel? Yeah, that is. Okay. And then we're right above that little river. Okay, I think I found it. This is on Valley Oaks Drive, which is right. There we go. Okay, I found the house. All right.
Yeah, it's a street full of duplexes, and I have the one closest to the cul-de-sac. I'm under contract for that one at $395.
So this right here this is a duplex.
Yes.
How many beds? How many beds?
3 bedrooms. 3 bed, 2 bath for both units, around 1,200 square feet each unit.
Got it. Okay. And what do you think the ARV is?
ARV is between 525 to 550. And that depends on how aggressive you do the rehabs, right? I'm going to be very conservative and say between 500 to 515.
And what do you think it'll rent out for after it's renovated?
You can rent it out at $2,480 per unit.
And you think 515 ARV?
Yeah, conservative.
And what are you asking for it?
For Valley, I'm asking $330. So I have it locked down under contract for $300,000. I mean, obviously, I'll work with you, or if you want to help me push it out as well. But she won't go anything less than $300,000. I already got her down a lot because she was asking $360.
So typically, the way my buyers jump on something is they're going to analyze it 2 ways. They're going to look for cash on cash return. If they buy it at 515 and it's bringing in, you say 2,400 per side.
2480, yeah.
Okay, so if it's bringing in $3,000 or 2480, so it's going to be bringing in about $5,000 or so per month. So the thing that they're going to look at here is twofold. One, ARV multiplied by 0.7 subtract repairs. That puts you at like a lot less than you are. ARV of 515 multiplied by 0.7. But as far as the ARV being 515, there is a cash on cash return issue, and I guess the return issue is it's well below 20%. So
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to cut you off. I meant for Valley Oaks is 550 to 575.
So I'm gonna
515 was for Wells.
I'm gonna take 550. I'm gonna multiply that by 0.7. That's gonna bring me to 385, and then I'm gonna subtract the rehab. You said the rehab was like 100,000.
80 to 100,000. 80 if you can get subcontractors. 100,000 if you go with like a GC, because you know they pack on a percentage on top.
So 550 multiplied by 0.7, subtract 100K rehab puts you at 285, and then subtract my assignment fee puts me at an offer of 275. Now, if I were trying to wholesale it, I'd offer 275. But the other thing is, I could really only sell to a retail buyer here because my cash on cash return wouldn't be high enough for my buyers. Your mortgage payment on 515 is going to be like 3,000 a month. And if you're bringing in 5,000, buyers are going to look at that as 5,000 multiplied by 0.8. They're going to subtract the $3,000 mortgage. You'll be making $1,000 a month, which is good. But then you have to consider the fact that buying this is going to cost you $120,000. So your cash on cash return becomes about 10%, which is fine for some buyers. I wouldn't have any buyers for this because of the fix and flip formula, taking 70% off the top, subtracting repairs, subtracting my assignment fee. However, my buyers are all on buyboxcartel.com. So we just came out with a function where you can literally post your deals on Buybox, and then buyers will just make offers on your deal. So I would post it there and see if you get any bites.
Okay. If you were, so you're saying if you wanted, if some of your buyers we would have to get it at 285. Because I can still present it to her and say, hey, listen.
I don't have a lot of confidence in it because I don't know why people buy I guess take this with a grain of salt. When I look at a multifamily and I think to myself, okay, I'm going to sell it for 515 and it brings in 500 a month. The only thing I think in my head is my mortgage payment's 3,000 and I'm bringing in 4,000 after expenses. My cash on cash return would only be 10% there, which is lower than the stock market. I might as well put my money in the stock market. So my thought process as somebody who buys these and somebody who buys multifamily in Georgia is I want to get a good cash on cash return for my real estate, or else I'm putting it into the stock market. And then my thought process as this for a fix and flip is, well, if I'm at 70% of ARV, I know I'm safe, but I'm a little bit above that right now. So I don't have any buyers who would jump on it at this moment, but there are always buyers who make questionable decisions, and you might be able to find one if you post it on the marketplace.
Okay. If you don't mind breaking down how you got $1,000, because I'm getting 1960 net.
Every rental figure needs to have 20% taken off the top for expenses. Management is 10%. If you have 1 month of vacancy, that's 8% that comes off the top, but usually it's longer than 1 month of vacancy. And then any sort of repairs that you need to do throughout the year, like the garbage disposal or mowing the lawn or fixing the shingles or just whatever comes up throughout the year, is also money that we factor into that. So you're going to want to take your 5,000, you're going to want to multiply it by 0.8, you're going to want to subtract your PITI, and then from there you can get your cash on cash return. My buyers are generally looking for a 20% cash on cash return for rental properties, unless it's a creative finance deal and they don't have to get a market interest rate.
Got it.
But I gotta jump on some calls, man. You're welcome to blast us out on the marketplace and see if you get any bites on this. It just isn't something that makes sense for me at this time.
Okay. No, I appreciate it, man. I'll try $5.
Absolutely. Best of luck to you. Bye-bye.
All right, thanks. Bye.
Fix and flip, not really there. And then rental, not really there either. I understand that we can have a lower cash on cash return for a more expensive property, but 10% is too low. 10%, I can't really do deals like that. Oh, that's Portland. Okay. I'm gonna Mike, we already talked. I'm gonna make some calls. I got a couple things to do today. So I also need to talk to Pam. Pam, there was something we were going to talk about. You're on my list today. I understand you have two. How are our deals? I think they're going well. I think I'm going to talk to Pam about it right now. Or Pam, you want to come up? Was I going to talk to Vlad too? Hey, what's going on?
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff going on, but I got 2 deals I just put in your DM, and about the other thing that Yusuf talking about. Whenever you can, really no rush, but just a pre-approval.
I have a pre-approval.
You
Here.
got the new one for 350?
Oh, for 750?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got one for 650 right now. Let me text the lender. Her name is.
Basically, just going to trade that for due diligence stuff and then underwrite their deal better. And I mapped it out. We're probably going to have a 60K assignment, which is lower than what I was thinking, but 60K is, for me,
that's great, man. That's great for everybody.
Yeah.
And then in the meantime, what I'll do is I'll send you the one that I have for 650 just in case.
Okay.
And then maybe my other lender sent me one because you asked 2 lenders for that.
I think what we're gonna talk about is it's just a deal I got Friday. The one it's in Detroit. The one I think the Joseph guy was gonna have someone walk it. It's the one for 65. I think you put him in a group chat with a realtor named like Jennifer.
I'm sorry, say that again. I was reading an email.
I think Joseph, he was supposed to walk a property. And then it's the one that's for 65. I think you put him in a group chat with the agent. Her name is Jennifer.
Oh, I see that.
That one has 7 business day inspection.
I just pinged him. What was the address on that?
Let's see. It's Westwood Street in Detroit, Michigan.
Right. Hold on, let me call.
While you're talking to him, I have 2 more 30% cash on cash returns. They're both vacant, but 30% returns. Those are the ones that are the most recent in your inbox.
Honestly, these it's too disorganized for me to do this via text, so I'm probably gonna need these to go through the normal dispo team because I just have so many group chats with this guy. He's gonna forget. Like I can't keep putting him in group chats if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna call him again. I mean his phone's not picking up right now. Let's see if I can get him on the phone. What's Westwood under contract for?
65. That's the one where the realtor price cut it the same day that she signed.
Okay. Okay, he just texted in the group chat. I'll try to get an answer on that, but honestly, I think that I'm causing a lot of confusion for them by putting them in so many group chats. So going forward, I'll probably just have these go through the dispo team because they have Slack, and Slack is much more organized than text messages. And I honestly think that this is just a recipe for balls to be dropped here. So make sure that this is also in front of my team because there's a lot of other people who might be interested in this as well.
Yeah, I submitted them both. They're both 30% cash returns with vacancy or with vacant, and I sent them that part of your pre-approval, only the part where it's like all the condition stuff, and they're just like, yeah, it's all good.
Okay, all right. Well, my hands are kind of tied here. I wish I could make this move faster. He's on a phone call right now. There's not much I can do. But he says he typed in the group chat and says we'll respond shortly. So hopefully I can get a response on that shortly here.
Cool. About the mobile home park, I left the offer in your DM too. I think you had offered $1,300,000 down. So I think that's what you're about to call on and stuff. But yeah, I think that's a good one.
$1,300,000 down. Let's see if I remember this. Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm actually talking terms with her. They're trying to do a 12-month term on a lease option, and I'm like, well, we got to convert that. That needs to be a little bit different. But that I think I can convert that. That might be one of the calls I make today. I've got a couple calls to make today. Um, Actually, guys, this is kind of random. I have a very random, unexpected call to make. It's I was driving around Portland and I saw an area that I know pretty well, and there was a piece of land there, and it's next to a ton of food carts, and I thought to myself, why couldn't I wholesale this why why couldn't I wholesale this to somebody who'd want to put food carts on there? Or why don't I just do it myself? Because it's just the food carts were all over the area, and if somebody were to just put a couple food carts here, they would do numbers, and you could probably rent for $1,000 per food cart slot with a water hookup and an electric hookup and a gas hookup, and I'm gonna call the realtor right now and ask them if it could be used for that. And this was kind of something that I had the idea for after this weekend touring Jason's mobile home parks. So this is not even a mobile home park, but this is land that you could rent to somebody without having to develop it very much, but I don't know if it can be used for that purpose. So I'm going to call the realtor right now and I'm going to see if we can have a conversation. He may not pick up. Let's see.
Hi, this is John.
Hey, John, my name is Richard Taylor. I texted you on Sunday about the land that you had posted for sale on Clay Street. Is that still available?
It is.
You know, I'm interested in it. I had a couple questions. I don't typically do this thing, but I have a lot of real estate in other areas in the United States. What I was thinking is food carts. I was thinking that if that had the proper hookup, I could purchase that and I could throw food carts on it. But I don't know about the zoning or what would entail there. So I wanted to give you a call and see if you thought that there could be electricity, water, and gas hookups and how we could get definitive yes or no on that.
The short answer is yes, no problem. And I think there's even been food carts in there before, and food carts are definitely a thing that would make a lot of sense there.
I think so too, because it's right next to Asylum and Cartopia, which I mean, I'm there probably 2 or 3 times a week, and I honestly think that they couldn't go wrong if you added more in there. How do I figure out definitively whether or not I can hook up gas and electric there? Because I don't I have the funds to make this happen. I just haven't done it before. It was honestly just an idea. I walked past your listing and I thought to myself, I could probably put 5 food carts on there and rent them out to people who want to run that business. So how do I get more definitive information as to whether or not the hookups can be actually added to that area?
So, City of Portland, planning department. The best thing to do is to actually make an appointment with them, like a sit down appointment, and tell them exactly what you want to do, and then they can give you a definitive answer to that when you're sitting with them.
Okay. What do you call that? City of Portland Planning Department?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the price point of the land?
So the last asking price there was $799.
Okay.
But that does not necessarily mean that's the price today.
Okay. What do you think we could get it for?
Well, I mean, I can't really speak for the seller, but he's open to a couple different things. Cash out would be ideal, but he's also would consider a seller carried note on it.
What kind of terms would he have on his note?
Minimum of 20% down, and then he'd probably want like a 5-year balloon on it.
Okay, that's feasible. Yeah, I think that's feasible. My only holdup is whether or not I can get the actual gas hookups there. I don't even know how that would work. I've never done anything like this before. But I'll tell you what, I'll send you my.
It should be pretty. I mean, there's gas to the property. There's already gas there.
Okay, so there's gas there, and then. Yeah. Gosh, I don't know anything about food carts. Do you think that they have water internally, or they need a water hookup?
There's definitely a lot of requirements for food carts in Portland. No doubt about that. yeah, you'd have to, go through the permitting to get that all sorted out.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to. I mean, they've got a lot of requirements because it's the city of Portland, but you can't just like throw food carts on there willy nilly.
Right.
You got to have power. You got to have basically sewage, right? Because people got to dump their waste, and so yeah, I mean, it's definitely it's not just like it's willy nilly kind of deal.
I figured as much. Okay, I'll see if I can get an appointment with the city of Portland and see if they can give me a little bit of information on that. Would you mind texting me the listing to this phone number?
Yeah, I can do that. It's better if I email it to you. So if you want to send me your email.
Sure. Okay, I'll respond to it in this text message.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, talk soon. Thanks so much. My name is Richard Taylor, by the way.
Okay, Richard. Thank you.
Talk soon. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's interesting. Kind of a standstill there. I don't really know what I'm doing. I guess I have to book an appointment. So I don't know if I would run it myself or if I would wholesale this to somebody else, but essentially I have to book an appointment with the city of Portland and find out whether or not you could throw food carts on this piece of land in this prime location for food carts. I don't know, but I thought I would give him a call and ask. And I guess I could do that. Sure, you can call, no meeting required. Well, I don't really have anywhere to go from there. It's just that's kind of a long shot. I just don't know what I would do, but I feel like it's feasible. Anyways, I have some more standard stuff. By the way, who is the guy looking for the pre-approval? Was that Pam?
Yeah.
Got it.
It's for me and Yusuf deal.
I got it. I'm gonna forward this to you. Can you give me your email?
1 second. I can throw it in your DM.
No different than the other one downtown. If it didn't work, you could run a farmer's market. The thing is, I don't want to start food carts. I want to rent to people who already have food carts. I don't want to start a restaurant. That sounds terrible. But what I could do is I could own the land or I could wholesale the land. It's just I've never done anything like that before. That's like completely out of my wheelhouse, guys. Anyways, I just forwarded that to you. Let me know if you have any issues opening that, but you've got your 750 pre-approval.
Cool. After they sign, I'll make up the JV and everything.
Absolutely. The permits will kill your profits. That could be the case. But hey, I got to shoot my shot, right? I mean, this weekend I visited a mobile home park, and a singular mobile home park generates $127,500. You got to look into these things. It's that's insane. You mean off of one deal, you're retired for life. And a lot of the times you can get into these $0 down. And Ramon and other people needing help, I will help you out, man. I've just got a couple other people I need to assist first. Mainly calls. So well, I mean, maybe I do something with the food cart property, maybe not. I don't know. I just looking into it. The next thing we have is a more standard call, which is just going to be a rental property call, kind of like the one that we just did. So as I was buying that property, I told you I was also wholesaling properties. We wholesaled that one in Milwaukee, Wisconsin for $5,000. Gosh, Instagram's live stream went down. Let me see if I can get that back up. The video is doing okay. It's doing okay. Live and cold calls. Hopefully no more lag. Okay. All right. Instagram, I hope the audio is working. I've been live for a couple hours, but it's just we keep crashing, so I hope it works, guys. I'm jumping into a cold call right now. Cash deal. We got occupied rental properties from a guy who texted me today. This is from the thing I posted on Instagram today. Can I send a deal to Dispo? Yeah, totally. Go to buyboxcartel.com. Buyboxcartel.com. Anyways, this guy is a rental property in Detroit, Michigan. We've got 2 of them. I'm calling them right now. Here we go. Hey, how you doing, man?
Hey, what's up, dude?
Doing pretty well. Sorry for the delay. I had a ton of calls to make here on various different deals, but I'm finally available for this. So where had our conversation left off? Because I feel like we talked about this a month ago or so, right?
We did. It was just kind of going through a bunch of random stuff with the tenants and and I didn't know if I wanted to sell it for as cheap as we were talking about it. I was like, oh, let me try to just handle the tenants and then try to sell them for more later on. But the tenants have gotten it's just gotten not worse, but just the same and kind of stagnant. I'm down to just get rid of them, and I don't really care anymore about making money on it or whatever. I just kind of want to break even and get out of it.
Okay. I guess I'm nervous about the tenants now. What's wrong with the tenants?
Well, the tenants are somewhat in a good situation. It is a good situation because one of the tenants is on a month-to-month, and then one of the tenants, I think their lease ends in May, I believe, May 1st.
Okay.
So technically whoever takes over can. I just have been too lazy to start the eviction process on any of them because I don't really know how to do it or what to do. Because I don't have a property management company that I'm using. I've just been doing it myself. And I'm just too nice of a person because they keep kind of, telling me their situations and stuff like that. So whoever does take it over, it's a month to month and then the lease is ending pretty shortly.
So what you're saying is they don't pay.
Yeah. The one on Covert does pay. She paid this month full, but she's still late on $400 from last month that she still owes me. So she's the better one, but the other one straight up just has not paid in 4 months.
Man, that's always rough. You got a squatter, and then what are you on good terms with? Well, you know what? Let's talk about. We'll do separate contracts on these because that's a unique situation. We'll talk about that in a second. So Covert is the one that is she pays, but maybe not super reliably.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think if we went to her and we're like, hey, forget about the $400, just make your payments on time every month. But by the way, if you don't, we're gonna kick you out. Do you think she would be receptive to that, or should we just get a new tenant entirely?
I would probably just get a new tenant entirely because also she's got 5 kids in there and it's it's a mess.
Can we give her notice to vacate the property prior to the close of escrow or no?
Yeah, I guess we could.
Is she month to month?
Yeah, she's month to month.
Okay. Do you think that the property would fail an inspection?
For Section 8?
Just in general, because half the time I go under contract for cash deals in Detroit. I mean, we literally put 10 deals in escrow in Detroit last week. So a lot of these things fall through due to negative inspections. And if you've got 5 kids in the property, I mean, I imagine that they're just destroying the thing. Do you have any idea?
I think the inspection would be pretty brutal. I don't think it's going to be a good inspection. I'll be honest.
So you think this might be a fix and flip?
I have no idea. I haven't even I'm not there to see, and I don't really even know. So I'm not too sure.
Oof. Well, okay. There's definitely a way to get the deal done, and I mean, if I'll put it this way, if you had a turnkey property in Detroit that had tenants in place paying perhaps $1,300, we could give you more than you paid for it, more than the 65. But knowing that we have a squatter in the property who may or may not be able to leave, and then an unknown condition in the property, I'm guessing I have to treat this with a massive grain of salt here. What are you looking to get for it?
Well, last time we were talking about doing I forget what it was called, but where they pretty much just take over the loan.
Okay. Yeah, I think that could be possible if we had the right terms here. Let me pull up the address really quick on this. So for Covert, let's check out some crime in the area. just to understand what we're looking like here. So here's the address. Yeah, I mean, these photos look great. Any chance that it still looks like this, or do you have any idea?
Probably not. I have no idea. I mean, she's only been there for like a year, so I don't really know.
I mean, I don't destroy properties within a year of living in them, but do you think she does?
I think there's like 5 kids in there, so I don't know.
Oh man, could you text her and be like, "Hey, like, how bad is it?"
Yeah, I could try to get I could try to get more photos of the inside or like current, because I actually have my handyman going out there I think tomorrow, so I'll have him take videos of the whole entire inside, and we could kind of pick it up from there.
That's good. Couple shootings in the area too. A little bit of a dangerous area, but I'm sure we can figure something out to get rid of it. Are you okay breaking even on this?
I mean, I would probably make a little bit on it, but if not, I don't know.
Well, remember, man, I mean, you bought it for 60 or 65 like a year ago, but since then it seems like we've got 2 headaches. Tenant being one, we got to figure out what to do there, and then the potential condition of the property. So I'm sure you're not going to lose money on the sale, but you might break even because it's kind of gone downhill since you bought it. If it were in the exact condition you bought it for, we could probably give you more than that at this point. But I think the value here is probably in the loan that you have. I would imagine it's still a 6% rate, but if somebody could take it over, it means that they don't have to get their own loan, and probably they're willing to handle that headache for you. So here's what I'm thinking. Covert looks like there's about 48K owed on it. Do you think that's the case?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, 48 is I'm getting spammed with no caller ID phone calls right now. That's scary. Okay, we'll not take that. But anyways, I think that 48 is probably what somebody would need it for if it had issues. If we had a little bit more clarity on what the issues inside looked like and age of the roof, and gosh, 3rd call from somebody with no caller ID. I'm gonna decline.
Am I calling back?
No, I don't. As somebody with followers, it could be a bad look. Anyways, I'd love to just take it over for the 48 that you have, knowing that we're walking into some issues, because, I'm going to wholesale this to a buyer. I'm going to ask them for 5K down, and they're going to walk into the property and they're going to say, this is wrong, and this is wrong, and this is wrong, and this is wrong. And I want to be able to go to them and say, well, yeah, the house is worth closer to $65,000, $70,000. That's why we have it for you at 48,000. So that would be my ideal scenario. Understanding that we might be walking into a bit of a headache, I'd love to pay your closing costs, and I'd love to take it over for what's owed, but I'm curious about what your thoughts are.
Yeah, I could be down for that. I just need to get a better understanding of what's going on inside, and just make sure there's nothing major just for you guys. So I think that maybe let me have my handyman take more videos. I think he's either going out later today or tomorrow, and then just kind of see, because I don't want to talk about this. And
sure. Well, that's what our inspection report is for. So it's no problem to send somebody out to the property. They inspect it. And I've got a buyer in mind right now who'd love this thing. He's actually willing to do repairs, and he's buying a deal off of me that only cash flows $200 right now. So he's not a super picky buyer. If you're okay with it, I'd love to go under contract, send my buyer out there and see what he thinks of the property, if we can schedule a time with the tenants.
Okay, yeah. I also just think there's I think there's a major past due water bill also, because she hasn't been paying the water bill.
We're probably inclined to just get her out of the property at the close of escrow and then assess the damages that are there. So we probably want to give her 30 days notice. We'll get past the inspection. We'll get non-refundable EMD submitted so that we know that it's absolutely going to close in the event that we do see if they can be out by the close of escrow. And it's largely just because they're squatting. I mean, if they were paying the rent on time every month, no problem. I'd love to keep them in place. But with the delay, it becomes a little bit hard. So yeah, can I, if you want to get this done right now, I can have somebody out to the property probably in the next 2 days.
Yes. Can I review? Can you send me what the contract looks like, just so I can?
Yeah, I'm gonna send you a sample right now. I'll put it together. It'll take me 3 minutes. I'll put it together right now. And I mean, is it cool if I just text it to you, or do you want it to go to your email?
Text it to me, and then just give me a couple hours to read it. Just got a couple other things going on right now, and then we'll kind of pick up the conversation later today or tomorrow.
Sure. It's literally just Pace Morby's contract from the sub-2 community, but I'm gonna go ahead and send it to you right now.
Okay.
Thanks so much, man. And then for the other one, is that lease on a month-to-month lease, or is that until June, as you said?
No, it's ending in May.
And
May 1st, I
ending
believe.
in May. And then are there condition issues on that one too? Hello?
And that one's in really good condition.
Oh,
She
it
just
is.
hasn't been paying. And
Oh, great. Then I can do a
they've been
cash
keeping
offer.
really good care of it. They just haven't been paying, and she keeps making all these different excuses. And I do feel bad for her. She's got like 3 kids and her wife.
Oh shit, the call just failed. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Call dropped. Yeah, I understand. So that one, that could be a little bit more straightforward. We can just, my buyers are looking for vacant properties at a cash on cash return of 30%, which is pretty attainable here. Do you know what they're paying currently or supposed to be paying? Hello? Can you hear me? What? Sorry about that. Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can.
What are they supposed to be paying on Eastburn?
$1,400.
$1,400. Okay. Wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So 1.5, and then this one you're saying doesn't have any issues?
No, it's a really good property.
Good. Okay. So actually, if they can be out, is it the end of May or the beginning of May?
I gotta check, and I'll get more info for you on all of them. So I'm not so prepared around everything. But
Because I could probably do a cash offer on that one. I could probably do. I mean, I'll tell you what. I'll text you the contract and I'll text you my highest and best for Eastburn, assuming that the tenant is out and assuming that we don't have any. Well, I do need to check to see if you have crime in the area. So I'll do some research on Eastburn, but I'll get you the contract over for the other one. The contract is literally just going to state we're going to take over the mortgage that you have on the property. It'll come off of your debt to income ratio. And we're going to pay all the closing costs for you, and I'm going to wholesale it to somebody else. But I'll send that over to you shortly here.
okay, sounds good.
All right. Thanks so much for your time, man. Talk soon. Bye-bye. Okay, honestly, guys, if I could get that other one for $0 down, taking over 48K debt, even if it needs some work, my buyer will give me 10K. That would be beautiful, honestly. So for the second property, which is on Eastburn Street, how many dips can you do? Jeez, I don't know. Let's figure out the second property on Eastburn. I want to know what my crime is looking like in the area. And the really great, awesome news is that there's no crime in the area. So let's run our cash on cash return. I mean, honestly, he bought it for 70. I'll probably do 70. I'll probably hit him with 70. If Eastburn is turnkey, 70K is a go. No shootings nearby. $70K is a go on Eastburn. I don't really have to do much math on that, guys. It's going to be, I mean, it's going to be a great cash on cash return. It's going to be an awesome cash on cash return. Was that a JV deal? No, that's the owner. That was direct to seller. Let's prep a contract to take over debt for $0 down. How do you find crime info? I use a website called Spot Crime. Here's the link to Spot Crime right here. Now, remember, if you guys want to find your own buyers, you're welcome to do so. Sometimes my team gets busy. Post your deals on the Buy Box Cartel marketplace. Make sure that you add photos. It's not going to go well if you do what this person did and don't post any photos. It's now up to you to market your properties well to our buyers. However, we're still willing to help with the process, but understand, it's great to explore all possible buyers. Yes, Discord subscription is a really good part of my business model. I don't try to palm the ball on that. I am transparent about that. And I actually have a course on social media so that you can do the same. However, I will say the real estate stuff does well, man. It does really well. It's not $3 million a year well, but it's great, man. We frequently have $50,000 to $100,000 months. And I mean, 2 weeks ago, we put 14 deals in escrow in a single week, 4 cash or 4 creative, 10 cash. The total profit of those 14 deals in escrow is $89,000. It's pretty insane. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and do my contract for that deal that we just got. I really hope we can get it done. Contracts. Here's my contract. I'm going to click file. I'm going to click make a copy. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab my address for the property. The property address is this property right here. And then watch how long it takes me to do a contract, guys. It doesn't take me any time at all. Probably a couple minutes. So first things first, make sure your font is the same. Second thing second, put in your purchase price. I'm going to do $48,000 is the purchase price. Earnest money deposit, $1,000 should be fine. I don't see why not. Cash at the close of escrow, none. 48,000 is the existing mortgage. 0.00 at the close of escrow. When is the close of escrow? Probably like April 20th or so. April 20th, 2026. And then I just need to put in the seller's information. The seller's information is Elliot Ashton. And then I'll put in my information. Seven-day inspection period. No seller carryback. And then it's going to say per Texas law. I'm going to change that to Michigan law. And then I just need to change the date at the bottom and I should be done. And there is a video in hashtag contracts about how to do this yourself if you'd like to. So I'm going to say March. I'm going to say 26th because it'll take him a couple days and I want to have this still be valid. So I'm going to do file, download, PDF document. That would be $0 down for a house in Detroit. $0 down for a house in Detroit. I don't know if he's going to accept it yet. Chances are we have to up the offer to a couple $1,000s down. However, I've got a buyer in mind right now. It's going to be great. Okay, so that's all done. Signature to this using Apple, actually, not DocuSign. And I'm going to go ahead and send it to him. I need to get a massage. Should I get a massage after this? That sounds really nice. I wonder if I can on such short notice. Doesn't that sound nice? Please, what is he talking about? I am a deal finder for real estate investors. They pay me finder's fees. And I'm currently generating finder's fees by calling people who have properties that they would like to sell. Sometimes they're posted with realtors. Sometimes I talk directly to the seller. But I source for all different types of real estate investors. And then I use the proceeds to buy the deals that I source. I bought a house on my live stream today, but I didn't actually have to buy it. I got wired $23,000 to buy it. So it was pretty cool. We like glazed right over that, guys. We're not locked in on the fact that I just bought a house live, but I got paid $23K to buy the house. Absolutely insane. You should probably have a massage in person live. Yeah, I bet you'd like that, wouldn't you? I bet you'd like that. Okay. I think my contract's done. Yeah, it is. I just need to add my initials. Oh, God damn it. I put my initials in the seller spot. Oops. Initials in the wrong spot. Yeah, I would do that. Hopefully all done. Okay, all done. Right? Yes. I'll put a little blurb in here that says additional terms and conditions. I'm going to write buyer intends to place property into a trust that the seller into a trust. Buyer and or assignee purchase the trust off of the seller. I literally just write whatever I want on these. It doesn't have to be formal, guys. Just whatever you want. You can modify these if you'd like. Oops. File, save, done. And then we get that over to the realtor. I want to say I threw okay. I texted it to him. Andrew, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Can you clip that call I just had with the seller?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's 3 clips today, I think, Andrew. You already got one of them. You mentioned the clip. I didn't have to tell you about it. And then there's also one at the beginning where I buy a property live. And then there's this call right now.
You got it done. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it. I have a follow-up for you whenever you're free, whenever you're done with Mike.
Yeah. What is the follow-up?
You remember this $0 down home in Arizona that you called a few weeks ago?
Yeah, I think I actually have that on my list.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I texted the guy a few days ago and asked him for a follow-up, and he basically was like, "Oh, to be fully transparent, I was hoping to get 10K out of the door." Which obviously that's not going to work because it's such a high rate. But I figured that'd be a call. A good clip for a call.
We could probably do.
He listed it on market to try to get his number because originally we'd offered no money down. But it's on market. It's not getting anything. And,
Well, it does say pending.
Oh, it does?
When did you last talk to him?
I last talked to him on Sunday. It's Monday.
Oh, well,
yeah, there you go.
I've got his phone number right here. I'm calling him now. We got a lot of people here on YouTube. Guys, add yourself to the buyers list if you want to buy these deals. Go to Buybox Cartel, buyboxcartel.com. Add yourself to the buyers list. It is free. It's free. We want you to buy our deals, and why would I want to charge you to buy our deals? I want you to buy our deals because you want to buy our deals.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Let's send him a voice message, but I'll keep following up. Hey, man, it's Richard Taylor. We were talking a couple weeks ago about your listing on Saguaro and Mesa. I saw that it's pending. Sounds like you may have found what you're looking for here. But my assistant, who you were talking to yesterday, was telling me that you were still looking for 10K down on the property. So I just wasn't sure if it was pending or available, but I wanted to follow up. Anyways, Yeah.
That's a different deal. The guy I was talking about is in Surprise, Arizona. Or it's in not Surprise. Sorry, I think it's Maricopa. Let me double check.
Maricopa.
It's Mariposa Grande. That's the street name. It's in Surprise, Arizona.
And Vlad, your deal is a go. That's 100% a go, man. I can't put my buyer in more group chats. I would just I would 100% submit that to our team, Vlad. That's a deal and a half. Like we'll have that sold like that. Andrew, what were you saying about this other one? Is this a different one?
Yeah, no, that's not. This the girl one is not the one that I was talking about. It's this one in Surprise, Arizona. But similar offer. This home is worth $535, and he's low equity, and it's a really high rate. So.
Oh, I just called the wrong person.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, that is my deal, though. I forgot about the girl, but you called this guy a month ago, February 19th, actually.
Ringing.
Hi, if you record your name and reason for calling, I'll see if this person is available.
Richard Taylor. I don't know what's going on. It's not ringing.
I'm sorry, this person is not available. If you would like to leave an additional message.
Okay. He's not pending. That was the other person, but I feel like, yeah, we could get this one done, but it probably does need to be $0 down. The other one's in a more desirable location. But yeah, it's still in a good area. I guess just try to schedule a phone call for tomorrow. Hopefully, Andrew. Well, Andrew, if you're here, try to schedule a phone call for tomorrow.
I got this.
All right, cool. I got an RV park you wanted to look at. Ooh, Vlad, I do want to see that. Actually, I do want to see that RV park. I wanted to do some RV park calls today, but we're it's a little bit later now. Hold on, I had one more call to make for Pam. I'm gonna see. That deal is a good one. Good condition too. Okay. Well, I'm gonna do one mobile home park call. I'm gonna look at some mobile home parks really quickly, and then I'm gonna call one. I said I was gonna do that today, and I am going to do that today. So, Mike, is there anything else that we needed to work on together? I don't remember.
No, sir. I just sent that to Shell already. She's aware. I think she sent you a message. So as soon as I get confirmation of when we can walk, I'll let Shell know.
Okay. Did you tell Shell that I'm gonna tell Shell that we sent it at 138? This is Allen Street, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm telling her the price I sent it, and I'm saying send other buyers. But I'm gonna follow up with you on that tomorrow. I think that's a no-brainer.
Thank you, brother. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thanks. You too. Bye-bye. Okay. Vlad, I'll hear about your mobile home park. What you got, man?
Hey, Rich. Yeah, so I've been back and forth with this RV park. She finally sent me the financials. I was actually going to give it to Steven, but come to find out he's on vacation until next Tuesday. I told them I had to postpone them and told them, hey, I had an emergency. I'll talk to them another time. Let me see. Let me pull up the info. they said they opened the equity carry method. So the NOI is 54,648. And that's just on credit card payments. The rest is in cash. The price is negotiable. Purchase price is 1.8. And I told her I was gonna give her a call today, but I didn't get it. I told her I had an emergency. You could just say Vlad gave you the information, so you could talk to them if you want to.
So let me ask you some questions. What state is this in?
Florida. It's in Florida.
Okay, it's in Florida. How many slots are in the mobile home park?
Let me see. Let me pull this up quick.
Maybe you could DM me the address.
Got you. I'm sending to you right now.
Yeah, guys, I want to buy one of these, but I think I'm gonna wholesale a couple of them first, and we're gonna have Jason here start doing some live streams. He's gonna do some live streams about how he got started in this business and how you guys can get started, and we're gonna bring this education to Hold My Hand Wholesale. So, yeah, it's gonna be great. And by the way, guys, we do have a fix coming for Discord. It's called holdmyhandwholesale.group, and it's a website that we're building right now, and you guys would be able to have website access to the community rather than Discord, because I know it's complicated. But we're going to bring mobile home parks to Hold My Hand Wholesale. We have an expert here in the chat who's cash flowing $200,000 a month off of his mobile home parks. And I'm hoping that y'all can start wholesaling them and then eventually buy them. I mean, I think that would be really cool. They seem to outperform almost every other asset class in real estate that I've ever looked at. So I'm really, really excited to look at them. So that'll be coming here soon. I have to talk with Jason about when he's available to do those. And I think we're probably just going to upgrade him to group leader because he does have just so much value to provide here. But we're going to be looking at a couple right now. I hope to make some calls today. Obviously, we only have 30 more minutes in this live stream, so I'm going to spend that looking at mobile home parks. And perhaps we'll do a little bit of Q&A as well. But I'm going to look for this.
Got it.
All right. Welcome to Hitchin Post. That's Florida, huh? That's Florida. Well, welcome to the Hitchin Post RV Park. I support our and just all the typos in here too. Love all the typos in here. Okay. Well, okay. All right. Well, let's go ahead and look at this. I want to find, is this on Crexy? Yeah, it is. It's on Crexy.
Yeah, it's on Crexy.
Just got to hold my tongue. God. Okay. Well, all right. Okay. So units 26, price 1.8 million. Okay. I'd love to know how much it's bringing in. Do you know how much it's bringing in?
She sent me the profit and loss. She told me hold on, let me pull it up quick fast. Marie.
Minimum of what they want to. The owner has flexibility and can owner finance with a minimum of 1.5 million down. Nice, thanks.
Yeah, she said that this is what they think it's worth. That's what she told me. It's bringing in about the revenue is 103,327. The net the NOI is 54,684.
So, gosh, now, guys, I'm bringing some of my multifamily understanding into this. My favorite way to value an asset is, if I buy this, can I make money? It's my favorite way. I know you got ARV, I know you got comps, I know you got cap rate. I don't care. The property is bringing in $4K per month. It makes $4K per month. and makes is definitely a fun word to use. It makes $4K per month. However, your mortgage on $1.8 million. So here's the problem with this, man. I mean, I need to know a little bit more. And of course, we'll consult our expert here to see if I've gone wrong anywhere. But here's my thought process. Is my screen shared? I'm going to share my screen. So here's what I'm thinking. They're looking for $1.8 million, right? And they said, well, out of the 1.8 million that it's not actually worth, we would love to have 1.5 down. You know, we'll finance you. God, that's a ridiculous statement. I'll sell or finance. Yeah. Just give me 1.5 out of $1.8 million down. But then what I think about that is our very standard analyzation of multifamily properties. Does it cash flow? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Let's say your interest rate is 5%. Guys, your monthly payment with taxes and insurance is $9K. So they're like, yeah, it's worth 1.8 million. And I'm thinking to myself, so my payment is $9K on 1.8 and you're bringing in $4,500 per month. And actually, while I was at Jason's mobile home park, we talked about the importance of bigger units or bigger properties so that there's more income on the property. But honestly, I would love to know how many of these. There's 5 septic systems. Wow. Demand for traveling. So do you know how many are occupied out of the 26? Do you know how many?
Not too sure. I think she did tell me through a text message. Let me see.
That's important. Because I'm thinking to myself, if that's even close, I mean, that better be 3.
I think I did ask her if it was seasonal. Let me see what she says. Hold on. I definitely did ask her that. Because I asked majority of the questions that Jason had told us about.
Well, that's going to be your most important question, man. But here's what I'm thinking. Let's say they agree to a very small down payment of $300K down. Let's just say they do that. Your $300K down, just the $300K, which would be knocking them down from 1.5 down, has a monthly payment of probably $2,000. That's half the cash flow gone out the door. Then you have to pay them for their remaining $1.5 million in fake equity. Let's say we get them to agree to a measly $2,000 a month, no cash flow, gone. Now, if that's half occupancy, the property only has the potential to bring in $9K per month, and we have to figure out how to turn around their marketing to make that possible. I'm thinking that the very best case scenario on this is not even that good. I think at full occupancy, I mean, I would imagine that each one of these rents out for maybe $500 per month. I would imagine it could bring in $13,000 fully occupied. And I would imagine that they probably have 15 out of the 26 occupied right now. The reason I think that is because you shared with me that your operating income was over 100,000, but your net operating income was closer to 50 something. So if they're getting 100,000 or 100 and something thousand, they're getting 8,000 per month. That's most of what they could be occupied for, assuming they have full occupancy at 26 units by 500 per month. So I don't think there's much cash flow here. I don't think there's a lot of reason to go through all of these hoops when their purchase price would equate a $9,000 mortgage when they're bringing in $4,000 per month, and it could probably only bring in $9,000 per month at full occupancy. I think you need to talk them down from 1.8 million to probably like 500K, and then in the 500K, we still need to sell or finance it. So I'm gonna let.
She did tell me that the profit and loss was just basically credit card payments that they're receiving. The rest is like cash that she can't even show. I in the sense, because I was kind of a little bit confused. That's why I needed help with Steven, or I had DM Pam to see if they could help me out and see if they could talk to her, because I was a little bit confused. She's like, yeah, I'm getting credit card payments. These are the credit card payments that I could show you in a profit and loss sheet. But also she has cash that she also gets, but she put that in the profit and loss sheet.
Well, I'm gonna let Jason speak here because this is my very new understanding of this. Jason, can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
What do you think about that? I mean, have you been following the numbers on this? I think it's terrible.
Yes, I do think the seller's asking for what they think is gold, and it sounds like a good deal. I haven't really looked at it, but if she's not claiming her cash, then bank statements would be your next option to look at to make sure the deposits were getting made.
Well, not even that. I think more so the numbers. Here's the reality. They want 1.8. It brings in 4K a month.
Yeah, you're not going to cover that.
And I think that the 4K is probably 70% occupancy, given that their gross income is over 100,000 per year.
Yeah, and Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac want 90%. So I mean, if you're listening, keep that in mind too. You want that profit to be as best as possible. And this one's not showing it is.
I honestly, my thought process on this is, even if they agreed to 300K down, which would need to be 300K using the equity carry method, Morby method, whatever you call it, that 300K has a payment attached to it because it comes from a loan. Its payment is $2,000 per month. Then you have to pay the seller for their perceived equity of $1.5 million out of 1.8. So 300 down, that leaves 1.5. Now you have to make them payments for the 1.5. Those are probably another 2,000 a month. Now there's no cash flow. Okay, we rent out the remaining units. It adds another 2,000 in cash flow. And it's like, all of that for what? 2K? I mean, at this point, buy a duplex. Like, I just think that the price and the income of the property, we can do far better. I think we could do far better. And, I'm new, so I could be saying something that's not right. But when I think about 1.8 million that generates 4,000 per month, and then maybe a max of 7 or 8K per month, I'm like, that ain't no deal. Even if we get them to cut the property's price in half. So I'm gonna move on to another one if that's okay.
Yeah, that's good, Rich. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Do take take this with a grain of salt and talk to some other people, man, because this is not my, guys, I know single family and multifamily like the back of my hand. When I look at an asset like this, I could totally be saying something that's not accurate. This is just my understanding of it. So please feel free to get second opinions. Anyways, we'll talk. All right. Quick detour back to residential or commercial really quickly, because I want to ask this guy about something. You were big baby chunks. We got to do something about that username, man. We got to, especially in light of what's going on. I can't be talking about baby chunks given what's in the news right now. So you change that username. But besides that, what are we talking about? You got some sort of creative deal?
Hey, Richard, how's it going?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing good, bro. If you remember that seller deal that we talked about, I think a week ago, I did talk to the agent about the property, and the seller did inform us that the property has a mortgage on it. It was not free and clear as we had hoped. But she did send me over some emails with her interest rates and her mortgage balance, and I was trying to see if you could do a hybrid from those numbers, because I'm not really experienced with hybrids.
Sure. What's their mortgage costing?
I sent you on DMs. Let me real quick verify.
So your hybrid is literally your seller finance agreement, except your payment to the seller is less with the mortgage cost. So let's say round numbers, 250, 25 down, 1,000 a month. And that's the payment to the seller, 1,000 a month. We found out that there's a $700 mortgage. Okay, now it's 250, 25 down, 300 a month towards their equity.
The payments was $1,400 with taxes and insurance.
What's the house bring in when fully occupied?
Right now it was bringing in $2,200, but that's not the market rates for rents in the area, because the agent did inform me that rents could go up to $1,300
month. Oh, so it can only bring in $2,600. So pretty much market rates. So here's the thing. We don't have room to make a monthly payments. Their cash flow is all the cash flow. There is no additional cash flow there. If you have a hybrid deal and the payment, I mean, if you're paying $1,400 and you can bring in $2,600, your down payment is the only payment they get. We don't have room for another payment. So I'm calling them and I'm telling them, hey, I'd love to take over your debt, but it's got to be just taking over your debt. Your cash flow is as much cash flow as there's going to be, and I have no other way to get you more. So what's the balance on the loan?
Payoff was 170,000.
Oh yeah, bro, this is a complete no-brainer. It's a total no-brainer. Guys, they're asking 250. Hey there, Mr. Seller. I see you're looking for 250. I could probably give you 190. That's what you're going to say. This is a great deal. It's a mortgage takeover. I know they want to do a hybrid, but their property's not worth what they think their property is worth. That's ultimately the issue here. I'm actually going to go ahead and help you comp that because that's
They also said that they still wanted to do a creative deal, and they just wanted me to send over a purchase agreement with terms so they can just look over everything, and if they're comfortable with it, they can just sign it on the spot because they were still looking to get the deal done.
So bear with me for just a sec here. Okay. This is a triplex. They're a duplex, right?
Not the address I sent you. Look at the address I sent you earlier, because that's another deal that I was working on.
Is it the address you sent me is a duplex. I just dropped a triplex in the chat. This duplex is asking 254. The triplex I just dropped in the chat sold for 180. So this is exactly what we say to the seller. Do you want to record this? Because I'm only going to say it once. I can call them tomorrow if you want. If you don't feel comfortable doing this, I can call them tomorrow. But this is what I'm going to say. Let me know when you're ready.
Okay.
And then to this guy right here who says, I own 14 doors in Syracuse. Love to get your feedback on my next units. Do you buy in cash, Mr. Game Omar? Sorry, I don't know how to say your name, but it looks like Game Omar. But do you buy with, I'm sorry, when I say cash, do you mean, I mean a loan? Do you buy with a loan? Because if so, I can help you out with that. And then honestly, man, I will,
do you think it would be easier if I just we just schedule a call with the agent tomorrow?
Yes, I do think it would be easier because we don't have any. I'm gonna put the comp in your DMs and I'll bring you up tomorrow and we'll schedule a call with them because the reality is we need to take over the debt for what you owe on the property and we can give you $20,000 to do that. So we can give you $20K to take over your debt on the property, but we can't give you any more than that because it's not worth more than that and there's no way for us to make you payments. But yes, I'm gonna bring you up tomorrow. Oh, I hate saying this username.
And some creative financing. Seller didn't really understand how we go about these, but she kept an open mind, and she did want a lot of explanations. So I was like, maybe you are the one who can kind of explain everything because I'm not really versed in taking over debt.
It's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and give him a call for you tomorrow. Can we change your username?
No problem about that.
What are you gonna change it to?
I don't know. This has been my gamer tag for years, so I'm kind of attached to it. So I
do you know why I want you to change it?
No.
Okay. I'll put it this way. You know about the guy who got caught on an island doing bad things?
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Your username is exactly what they were doing on the island. Your username is what the president of the United States was doing on the island. And does that make sense? You understand?
Yeah, it already makes sense to me. I get it.
Okay.
I know that in Western countries, they kind of sensitive on what you say on online platforms.
That's right. That's right. They are. So if possible. What are we gonna call you?
Can I just maybe?
What about Big Baby C? Big Baby C.
Okay, no problem. I'll just change it to that. That's fine.
Okay. Tomorrow at 2 p.m.
I don't understand.
Tomorrow at 2 p.m. Remind me to bring up Big Baby C.
Okay, I added it.
Okay, there we go. Perfect. Thanks. Just in light of recent events, not my favorite. Got it? Yes.
No problem.
Yes.
Thank
Perfect.
you.
Thanks. We're gonna talk tomorrow. Talk soon. Bye-bye. Okay, back to mobile homes. All right, I'm gonna try to find one and call one. Really, the island? No, I'm just. We don't need to talk about this anymore, guys. It's incredibly disturbing. It's incredibly disturbing, and we really don't need to talk about it anymore. Everybody is aware of this. It's just it's not even a debate. There's everybody knows, everybody's on the same page. We're all aware. But anyways, let's go ahead and look up mobile home parks and let's see if we can find something. Okay. I'm just gonna scroll through these and I'm probably gonna go to like page 4 and see what I can find. I don't know if I'm gonna find anything here, but I'm gonna try my best. Okay. So these are unfinished. These appear to be unfinished. All types, mobile home park. Yeah, I'm looking for a mobile home park. Apply. Okay. What? I'm not super used to Craigslist, guys. Mobile home parks. Search. Why is it looking like that? Oh no, there aren't any proper. What? Why is it doing this? Okay. All right. So this one's 100% occupied. But I do want something more expensive, guys, because I don't understand why you jump through all of these hoops unless you're getting amazing cash flow. So I want to look for something with amazing cash flow. So let's see what we can find here. Am I sharing my screen? Everything working? Yes. Okay. 34 units with an NOI of 159,000. That's what I'm talking about, guys. That's what I'm talking about. That's much better. 30 units with 159 coming in. Great. And it's net too. Wow, awesome. It brings in $13,000 per month. That's really good. This price would be below that. That's great. So I like that. I'm going to keep that open, but I'm going to see if I can find anything better because I want to offer on the best one I can. Okay, so here's another one. This one's been here for 500 days. Okay. How many units? Are they going to tell me? Does it say? 10 rent roll survey valuation. Okay, I don't care. What about your 44,000 gross? It's not immensely obvious to me what this thing is bringing in. I'm gonna find a new one. 47 units for 3.1 million. No, because even if you're bringing in $500 a month for every single one at full occupancy, you're not cash flowing. You're super negative there. I want it to cash flow like this one does. 35 pads, seller financing, multifamily, multi-home park portfolio, 35 pads, vacant. That could be something. I'd love to get a partially occupied one, just so that we know that there's some use there. And then I do want them to be pretty expensive. So 23 million, holy. I'm probably looking for something between maybe 1.5 to 4 million. 70% occupancy, so that's pretty good. Units 34. I'd really like it to have more units. Really like it to be more than that or cheaper with a lot of units. Okay, 14 units. $2 million on this one. 20 how what do you think about that? What do you think, Jason? What do you think about somebody doing 28 units for $2.24 million? To me, I'm like, but that's just not going to cash flow very well.
No, you're exactly right.
Because
might be the entertainment that might be around. What's their monthly?
I less than $28,000. Doesn't really tell me. I mean, some of them do. View offering memorandum.
I mean, the value, you saw the value around this area, $800-900 for lot rent's not unheard of. It's pretty much the norm. So yeah, definitely the units help.
NOI.
Get that cash flow.
NOI is 159,000, which is the exact same NOI as this one, yet this one is massively cheaper. I like guys, this is the one I like right now. I like that one right now. I'm gonna look a little bit longer, and I'm just making a call on one of them, guys. We're not trying to do everything right now. Okay, this one's in Idaho, looking very pretty. Wow, what is this?
I like that one.
Yeah, I bet you do. It's zoning. Or it's a plan. It's a plan. It's not it hasn't become reality yet. But that's a beautiful area, right? Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, yeah,
clean. Look at how clean that is. I mean,
it's really nice. It's really nice. Okay, so this one's just potential. Okay.
Very small to do when you first start infrastructure. It's not a bad gig to start fresh.
68 RV lots, 29 riverfront, and 29 of those. Oh, cool. Wow. So this just seems like, I mean, if people are already here, which it seems like some people already live here, this just seems like the area to do it.
Right. It's similar to Hat Rock, really.
Assuming 100% occupancy for 220 days a year, you could also just say 70% occupancy. So average nightly rates of 55, but come on, we don't want to do nightly. North Idaho scenic wilderness, enjoy tourism, supports businesses, lodges. Okay. Yeah, I like this one. So maybe I'll call on both. I'll call on this one second. I'm gonna call on this one first. Because this one's already occupied. This one has 88% occupancy, so I really like that, and I also like their numbers off the bat. 13.38% cap rate. And as I look around it, I mean, some of these are a little dilapidated. Doesn't look like the end of the world, but
Winter pictures are never the best.
yeah, I mean, it's not awful. It's not awful. 88% occupied. Okay. All right. So 34 pads, 30 currently occupied, immediate cash flow, 3 acres, 10 park owned homes. We don't like that, do we? What do you think about that?
10 rentals. That's 10 toilets, 10 sinks, 10 carpet changes, 10 appliance fixes. Yeah, you want to get rid of that crap and go to owner occupancy as soon as you can. And if they're in decent shape, sell them to the tenant for an in-house price. You keep the tenant and the house, and they upgrade it, and they get a little ownership.
So
easy transition.
You wouldn't say it's the end of the world. It's not like, oh, we can't do this deal now.
If the whole park is, yeah, that's kind of hard to do. But if you've got a small percentage like this, absolutely. If there are deals there, the money's there, then give those tenants a home instead of a rental.
Yeah. I mean, that does make sense to me. Okay. All right. I guess we'll, the property is bringing in 159, which is $13,000 per month if you were to buy it for 1.5 million. 1.5 million. You get a down payment of probably 300,000, maybe a 5% interest rate. You'd be paying that much. I mean, honestly, even buying it with financing would be fine. So we'll see. This thing is gonna work, guys. I think it's gonna work because it's
Yeah, this seller's definitely left it open for any kind of financing. That's rare. Usually hard money, and things like that are starting to show up more and more. I'm seeing, so that really opens the door for opportunity.
Got it. All right, let's give her a call. I'll just get the ball rolling here, guys, and see if we can talk to this person. And I found something in Portland I'll tell you about, but let's call her first. Okay, Jennifer's like, no, we won't talk. But the thing I found in Portland is a piece of land, and it would be ideal for food carts. It would be perfect for food carts. It could probably fit 6 food carts, and it's right next to a ton of other food carts. It's in Southeast, like in a really nice part of Southeast, like kind of a rich neighborhood. And I called the realtor today, and they're actually open to seller finance with 20% down at 700,000. But I have to figure out whether or not you can actually put food carts there. So I'm gonna meet with the city and see if you can. But that could be something as well. Kind of a similar model, but for retail instead of living. All right.
I like it.
Let's call John.
Hi, this is John Fisher with Mr. Landman. I unfortunately do not get voicemails in a timely manner. So please hang up and send me a text, and I.
Okay, I guess we'll just have to text the guy and we'll call on the other one too. Hey, John. And then honestly, I kind of just want to go into I'm interested in the park on East Main Street. I'm going to say, would your client hold a note on this? And I'll just start there. I'm just going to start the conversation there. So just shooting a text. That's all the conversation is right now. Just shooting a text asking, hey, would your client consider holding a note on this thing? Because we don't want to do it outright. And that's all I'm going to do there. And then I will call on this guy right here. This thing's been here forever. Let's call this guy. Food carts. This guy says food trucks also have electric and 4 sinks with water tanks hooked up there. Remember, I'm not owning the food carts. I don't want to start a food cart business. I want to be the person who rents the land to the food carts. I don't want to own any.
Hello, this is Brett.
Hey, Brett, my name is Richard Taylor. I was calling you about the River Run potential. I'm kind of looking at it as a mobile home park. I don't really know what your guys' ideal use was for the property, but I was calling you about that thing. I'm kind of interested in it, but I don't really know what the use would be or about the location. I'm up here in Oregon, so kind of far from here.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's built out as essentially either mobile home or RV park. It's got some flexible options. The owners have gone through and they've divided it into 66 lots. They have water, power, and an entire sewer system that they installed in the neighborhood, run to each lot as well, with paved roads throughout. So it's pretty much designed for someone to be able to come in and put the finishing touches on it and do any of those things.
And then what do you think about the location? That's the only, because I live in Portland. Obviously, we got a lot of people here, but is it pronounced Kuskia?
It's Kuski.
Kuski.
Yeah, silent A at the end.
And what is this area known for? I mean, what draws people here? Do you think that you'd have a population for people? Because I don't want to do nightly stays. I do better if I have people stay in 6-month minimums. So what's the industry here? What draws people here?
Yeah, so I mean that whole corridor down there is pretty much an outdoor, paradise. There is just ample hunting, fishing, outdoor activities. The big one for Kuski specifically and this property is that it sits on the Clearwater River, and the Clearwater is pretty much world renowned for the salmon and steelhead fishing runs.
Got it.
People come from all over the country to fish steelhead and salmon out of there. They have just huge fish. They get pulled, trophy fish essentially. They get pulled out of that river. So that's one of the big draws. Obviously, there's ample, public lands around that area. So tons of hunting. They're just about an hour away from a few different hot springs as well up the river. So we're seeing kind of through that central North Idaho region. There's a pretty big RV, industry. I would say a lot of RV parks, a lot of outdoor recreation. So it would be good for that. I think there's definitely potential for longer stays as well. We've had folks reach out that wanted to, potentially buy a lot, put a mobile home on it, do a longer term situation. The interest on that was just pretty limited. I think we maybe had about a dozen or so inquiries.
Without marketing it for that purpose.
What's that?
So you weren't marketing it for that purpose for mobile home parks, but you had people not so much wanting to buy the entire thing and look what I'm doing, but more so they're looking to put their mobile home on a single lot within your subdivision.
Yeah, exactly. And we weren't really, we did some limited marketing on that aspect, but the interest just really wasn't great enough for the sellers to pull the trigger and start selling the lots one by one. And for them, it just seemed to be an easier path forward to just sell the entire park. And then this way, the future owner, they can decide what they want to do. If you wanted to do mobile home park or tiny home park and do, short-term rentals, long-term rentals, whatever you want to do, then you'd have the option to do those things. And that was just kind of a path to a quicker sale for them. One of the partners passed away, and the remaining partners are not wanting to finish out and run the park. It wasn't really their vision. One of them's retiring, so that's the reason for the sale. So they had done all this infrastructure and gotten this all ready, and now they're wanting to move on from it.
Okay. Here's what I'm thinking. I've got a partner who runs mobile homes. I do residential real estate. I do like 3 units, 4 units, single family houses. I'm nowhere in this realm, but I've done well in that. And I've got the funds available to enter into this. And I'm excited about it. I think that the cash flow you have on an individual park could be more than my entire portfolio. So I really want to get into this business model, but it's going to take me about a year to get things up and running. And my concern is that I have a $20,000 note per month. I'm going to be essentially, in order to enter your deal, I need to put $600,000 down and pay $20,000 per month. So that means I need to burn about $1 million just to get this started. And that doesn't even include the startup cost of getting any sort of utilities that we may need out there or whatever might go into it. I'm essentially going to bring the capital to the deal, and somebody else who already runs mobile home parks is going to work with me to get this up and running. For that reason, because we have about a year of speculation and potentially 7 figures to burn before any cash starts coming in, I'm more inclined to do a seller finance agreement at their asking price and not beat them up on numbers. Do you think your client would consider holding paper on this thing?
I do, yeah. In fact, we just got a letter of intent from somebody else with a similar offer, and I was actually, getting ready to get that. I was going to start writing that up, but that particular deal was a combination of cash, a first position lender, and a seller finance note. And that was the pushback.
That's a little hairy.
Open to a seller finance note, but they want to be in first position on that.
Yeah, let's scratch that. I'm familiar with that method. Essentially, I can get into the deal $0 down, but it involves your seller being in second position and making payments to them. But if I default, because this is a very speculative project, the bank gets the property, not your seller, and they potentially lose the entire sale. So what I would consider is short term, 6 years seller finance, not very long. Pay them out by refinancing. I would be at 3 million.
Okay.
I wouldn't negotiate with them on that, and I'd try to be somewhere around what I'd put down with the bank. So I'd probably start with $500,000 cash down. So these are loose numbers here, but instead of doing the second position thing, I'm probably looking at 3 million over 6 years with $500,000 down. As far as monthly payments, they would be multiple 5 figures per month, but I wonder if we could get them to start 6 months into the arrangement. So I'd probably want to do like 3,500,000 down now, 6 months to get the project running, and then payments of probably somewhere around $20,000 per month begin after the 6-month period of time. But I wonder if I can write kind of a brief LOI towards that area and then see if we could get that in front of the seller and then hop on a phone call tomorrow, as it's getting a little bit late right now.
Yeah. I mean, I think that would definitely be something they would entertain. We did see some of these elements in there with a previous letter of intent. Just recently, it's kind of interesting. Things are starting to pick up for us as the spring gets underway. But they wanted to do like a no payments for 6 months, but it would have been interest. Interest would accrue, and it would just be added to principal. And I think that if that's kind of what you're referring to on the 6 months no payments.
Yeah, so I'm not negotiating on the price, the 3 million. It's going to be really hard to figure out what this is worth. So I probably wouldn't add an additional rate to the 3 million, but I could go that way. That would just mean I'd have to comp it with land in the area and stack a rate on top of it. But the way that I'm doing it now is I'm assuming, okay, given the days on market and the speculation of this project, perhaps it's worth less than 3 million, but I won't argue with them on that if they allow me to make principal payments for the 6 years that we're doing it.
Okay. So no interest on that loan then?
Well, no, I don't mean to say that there'd be no interest. I more so mean that I wouldn't negotiate on the purchase price. So for example, perhaps I'd come in on this deal and I'd offer you guys 2.3 million, 2.4 million if I really wanted to figure out what land in the area was selling for. In this scenario, I'm saying, okay, well, instead of offering 2.4, I'm not going to negotiate on the purchase price, and I'll just agree to the 3 million over a 6-year period of time. However, if your client pushes back and says, no, we need a 5% interest rate, I'd agree to a 5% interest rate. I would just then at that point negotiate on the price. So you could kind of give them two options. You could say, hey, this buyer is interested in doing interest on this thing, but is going to give you a more realistic number. Or they'll give you the 3 million if you let us pay it down over 6 years.
Okay. So principal only on 6 years.
Or I'll tell them we could give them an option. Let's say this. Let's say 2.5 million with a 4.5% interest rate, same term length, or $3 million, 20,000 per month, 6-year term, principal only.
20,000 a month, principal only.
And we'll do payments begin in 5 months, just to kind of be a little better than the other offer.
So 5 months of no payments. And for both offers, right? 5 months of no payment.
Correct.
2.5 at 4.5% interest rate, and that same thing. That's a 6-year. Do you know what the prime rate is by chance? Because that was a question that we had the other day. Is the rate that one of the sellers was looking for was prime plus 1? I don't exactly know what prime is right now. I'd have to.
I don't know off the top of my head. I perceive this thing to bring in a potential $40,000 per month after all management expenses. If I can, I'll add whatever interest they want to it if I can keep my figure below that. So I mean, I'd like to have my payments somewhere around 20-25 per month. I'm happy to add. Hell, they want a 10% interest rate on this and the term length is long enough, I'll get it done. I find that we can always structure something if there's a lot of cash flow like there is on this one.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like prime is about 6.75 right now. They're asking for prime plus one, so that would obviously be a much higher rate.
Lenders on this, lenders on this are
Mhm.
probably, I mean, when I'm buying a $400,000 quadplex, I'm getting 6.5 right now. As the price goes up, the rate goes down. So lenders on this, I mean, the commercial rate on this is probably a 4.5%, 5%.
Right.
Because you're six or your 7.75% rate on 3 million. I mean, your payment's real high. It'd be kind of hard to cash flow on it.
Right. So you're thinking that the most advantageous way on your end is, hey, just come in, with the full price, basically 20% down or 500K down, almost 20% down, and just doing a principal only for 20 grand a month with the balloon payment due at 6 years.
That's my initial thought. However, I want to present it in whichever way you think the client will like the most. So if you're like, well, this guy's really analytical, he's really going to like numbers. We could structure it a different way. So if you're thinking that, hey, I know he's going to push back on that, we can scratch that and we can add interest onto it. So maybe we give him a second option. Maybe we do 2.5. Let's do 2.5 million. I'll tell you what.
Do you have a way of coming up with more cash down?
Yeah, absolutely. I honestly, if we go any higher though, I'm probably pitching that second position structure though. So I tell you what, I could probably go up another 100,000 with just liquidity, like cash in hand. But if we go higher than that, at that point, I could get a loan for a lower down payment, and I would probably want to do that second position thing as your other buyer's doing. But without any of that interesting structuring, 500, no problem.
Okay.
Now, I'll tell you this, though.
I think the number down is going to be important to them for sure.
I'll tell you what, though. I'd also hit him with this offer. 2.3 at 6% for 6 years. 500 down. Payments begin in 5 months.
2.3 at 6%. 5 years, you said?
I think I said 5 months, 6-year balloon. Payments begin in 5 months, 6-year balloon.
6-year balloon.
The total amount accrued with interest there would be 3.161.
3.161. So we're not really looking at a whole lot there. Okay.
Let me know what he says with the counter, and we'll hop on another call tomorrow. This is really just to get the ball rolling before tonight.
Yeah. Let's do this. Are you able to send me, a letter of intent with a couple of these things, and maybe just do your top 2 options on here?
Sure.
I'll get this over to them. We can, circle back tomorrow and just see what they're at. I mean, they not being in second position. Yeah, I mean, that's great. Second position is not an option for them. So first position, sure. The higher the down payment, the better. I think price looks great. I think you might get a little pushback on the interest part, but
I can work on that. I can work on the interest. I'm open to hearing their interest. I guess my main pain point is lenders all day offer this for 20% down. So, if 20% is roughly 500. So that's kind of where I'm thinking with the down payment. I don't want to leverage myself too much more than conventional lenders will have me at. But I do have flexibility. I mean, I think there's flexibility, whether that's on the term length or the interest rate. I'd love to be somewhere around 500 down, but I think there's some flexibility there.
Okay. Yeah. If you can shoot that over as a letter of intent, let's do that. I'll get that over to them. Like I said, we literally just got one just yesterday. It's kind of crazy. My phone's been actually getting a lot busier lately. I think people are wanting to put their money places with all the craziness that's going on in the world. So they're like, hey, let's get it into real estate. One important factor with this particular property is in an economic opportunity zone.
Good.
Designated by the federal government. So there are huge tax advantages to investing in here. You can defer capital gains tax and other taxes for investing into this project. So
Excellent. I
don't
can
know
tell you
where
why.
exactly the funds are coming from, but yeah.
The reason you're getting all the I guess full transparency. The reason you're getting all these calls is I've got about 1 million followers for real estate investing, and I ran a live stream last Friday talking about mobile because I'm in residential. I do single family and multifamily, not big ones either, anywhere from 3 to 5 units. I ran a live stream and I had a guest on the live stream. The guest has 4 mobile home parks, and he's the individual I'm partnering with on this. His 4 mobile home parks cash flow him gross $270,000 per month, net anywhere from 190 to 210, and he's only been acquiring them for 2 years. That live stream did really well. Like we had about 1,200 viewers across platforms on that, and then I posted a video on it to my entire following, and now my entire real estate investing community is going after mobile home parks because the cash flow on them is kind of insane. So it's stemming from this interview. I would imagine that you're going to get a number of similar offers like this in days to come.
Oh wow. Okay. Cool. Hey, well that's awesome. Yeah, if folks are out there looking, then yeah, I mean this is an amazing project. You know, it's got all the heavy lifting's been done essentially. So
yeah.
Okay, yeah. Let's do this. Do you have my email?
I do not. Would you mind texting it to me?
Yeah, I'll text it to you right now. Hold on, let me just pull up your.
Yeah, I'll include the addresses to my portfolio on there just for credibility, and then I'll include 4 mobile home parks that my partner owns in Oregon. Actually, not too far from this. Actually, probably a couple hours drive from here. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and send those over to you, and I'll send you an LOI. It's not really gonna be an LOI. It's just gonna be an email that it outlines what we're looking to do, and we'll go from there.
Okay. Cool. Hey, sounds good. I appreciate you reaching out. It's Richard, right?
Yes, Richard Taylor.
Richard Taylor. Okay. Cool. Thanks, Richard. Yeah, I'll look for that, and let's touch base tomorrow and try to put something together.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for your time. Talk soon. Bye-bye.
Okay. All right. Thanks. All right. Bye.
God, that was easy. That was easy. I mean, that's just so much easier than dealing with. And also the deal. I mean, doesn't the deal sound good? Jason.
It's not only good, but did you see how that now when you're doing houses, realtors refrain from telling you the distress options that give us leverage. This guy said the guy was, he's taken to Florida. The other guy passed away. This guy, oh my gosh, you could have worked that with possibly no money down by leaving a percentage point access for his grandkids and got into the property for free. I mean, there's options all over the board for this kind of stuff like that. When I heard that, I was just like, oh my God, the dude's grandkids, I'm sure they're worried about him. Hey, how would you like me to set up a running trust, a living trust for your kids? And we use your down payment money, and I deposit that within the 5-6 years, and his grandkids are set up and he's happy. There's a million ways to do it. I mean, the way you did it was, Jesus, that was smooth, Richard. I mean,
oh, I thought you were saying I could have done better. I was like, oh, well, now I know.
No, there was many options with that realtor, and you won't get those offers like that, and they're actual. It's out on their sleeve, We don't get that with houses, and you're really going to find a turnaround with these realtors because it is a lot of money, and they obviously understand that no one really has that in their pocket. So to get in is. You just made it look easier than when I do it. So that was great.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Is this something you're interested in? Because I kind of positioned it as, I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but I've got a partner who does.
You know what? Send me the deets on it and I'll take a peek at it. I love that that river bend and everything. Did you do that on purpose?
No, I thought it was aesthetically pleasing, and I thought it was
It is.
and it's an opportunity zone as well. So I don't know.
And you know what? I was listening, and you gave that 5-6 months up front with pre-construction like this and no infrastructure in place. Minimum of what you did. 6 months is great, perfect. You can almost get up to 9 if they're willing, or other options too. But yes, if you've got construction, even if you're going to plan to keep this, guys, You've got planning department, you've got city council to okay your crap. You're probably in 3 months worth of before you put a gold shovel on the property. But $3 million and it's brand new. Holy crap, dude, that you just bought a $5-6 million park. Look at the area it's in. It's amazing. I mean, that's a potential gold mine right there because it's all brand new. And depending on what's out there, if it's mountain biking, fishing, whatnot, you can do half tiny homes, half mobiles, whatever. It's a blank slate. That's a really good deal. Yeah, I might be interested, but I definitely have a couple buddies that would definitely grab that.
Well, don't feel like you need to buy it. Remember, we can wholesale these. I'm
greedy. Yeah.
This is I'm going to essentially do what other people do. I'm going to leverage your credibility. I'm going to include my portfolio in here just to help them know that I'm good for it. But I'm hoping that I can just include, how that guy was like, hey, can you sign your name on the line and we'll do the deal together? I want to do that with you. I want to essentially be your apprentice on the deal. I want to structure it and I want to get it done. And I want to wholesale and I want to do it with you. And whether you buy the deal or whether we're wholesaling the deal together, I don't have buyers for something like this. Maybe I could create them by talking about it on social media, but I want to partner with you on this deal. I'm going to do everything. Just tell me if you feel like I'm doing something that's like, oh, whoa, will you be careful with that? But I'm essentially just treating it as I would a large multifamily, which we are used to wholesaling those guys. We do wholesale big ones, but we're just not used to wholesaling mobile home parks.
The way you handled it was, man, I don't know. It was like, how'd you learn all that? I mean, you knew there was construction. I was just sitting back going, he actually did. You were talking like I would. And as soon as I heard construction and then I heard distress, that's a beautiful deal you presented. And you gave him options. These realtors don't get those kind of options. So well, this is a new field that this group will be joining into. If you're going to do this, let's do it because it is big. It is fairly reasonably easy, and there are buyers. I am going to send over my buyers your way. I'm sure they'll want to talk to you. And let's get them set up, and I think we can make this go pretty well. And I'm talking to some of your students too, and I think we might have a nice little setup for this run. So
beautiful. So his total amount received is 3.161,313 would be 3.3,161,313. Payments would begin 5 months into the deal. And honestly, guys, I've just kept it so simple. And the guy we were talking to, he's probably been a realtor for like 10 years. I mean, he didn't sound very old. So I said, I'll keep it simple. I picked this up for 2.5 million, 500 down, 6% rate. The total amount accrued over 6 years would be 3.161,313. Payments would begin 5 months into the deal. I can attach a deed of trust that allows your client to reclaim the asset without foreclosure. And we can structure this such that payments transfer to your client's next of kin. Well, I mean, what tipped you that he might be an older guy?
The sellers?
Yes.
Well, he said one was trying to retire and go somewhere. The other one passed away, and the third one is kind of left with the bag. So there's distress right there instantly. And if you really want to get into making that push deal where you don't get money out of your pocket, if you're there, boots on the ground, or you're on the phone, talk to them. Hey, how's your family set up on this deal? I understand you had someone pass away. That sucks. Is this hurting you financially? Is there something we can make this deal work for you personally to where your kids and grandkids might get set up a little bit? And all of a sudden, if they even agree to think about it, you might have a point situation where you can do a payment, if you want. And that's if you're keeping it. If you're wholesaling it, don't try those offers. But if you're going to keep it, absolutely try to work it in, because 2 years of paying this little guy off, or 3 or 5, goes by quick nowadays, folks. I mean, it's already spring. You know what I mean? It happens fast, and the payment's done. It's yours in your hand. So I think wholesaling these is going to be ridiculously rewarding.
Well, I can't wait. Hey, I don't know if this is okay, and feel free to say no, but I want to include you in this deal. I'm attaching all the properties that I own to this. I'm writing residential real estate and then all of my properties. I'm wondering if we can put your 4 mobile home parks on this and just include you in the email thread on this.
Yeah, I've got the 3 names. I'll have to dig up the 4th one. Like I said, Christina hasn't really informed me on where that one was. It's in town. I just haven't gone to see it yet. I mean, it closes on the 6th, so
No
I don't
problem.
really bother until I have keys in hand.
No problem. We could also just do 3.
Oh yeah, if you want to. Yeah.
Let's
Absolutely.
just so would you mind DMing them to me? I probably don't want to say the addresses out loud.
Yeah. No problem.
And then he didn't ask me for proof of funds, but it will probably help. I've got a couple 100,000 liquid right now. Do you have proof of funds that would amount to the remaining couple hundred that we would need? I mean, I'm sure you do for the $500,000 down payment, because I don't have $500,000 liquid. I can show.
I probably do. I just need to find out which account you need.
Well, I can show proof of funds with just business proof of funds. I can show 175,000. We need another 325. So if you had a screenshot of an account with 325 in it, we would have enough for the purchase.
I could probably round something up this evening. No problem.
Great. Well, let's get it before we send the email. I'm gonna attach mine there. So I want to out credibility the competition. I just want to out credibility them.
Right.
But I can also just drop my own bank statements here, because I've got my own bank statements. That February bank statement. Yep. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna out credibility them. This bank statement shows, guys. Official numbers for February. I did 283K in February. It's an absolutely disgusting month. So I'm gonna say
I find that most these guys don't even ask me for proof of funds.
it's in the way that you talk. It's in the way that you talk, and when you talk a
Right.
certain way, they don't ask you. He didn't ask me. He didn't ask me for proof of funds.
Absolutely, and I've never been asked, believe it or not. It's when I was doing the house calls, they're like, "Can you send over proof of funds?" I'm like, "Sure." And then I sent them some. And they're like, "Oh yeah, thank you." And I'm like, "What was that for?" But yeah, it's a whole different animal when you're doing the mobile homes, storage units. I mean, those are money makers, man. You don't have to have 100 units to really do. Like this thing was fairly large. 20, 30 units is not bad. You fall into a different tax bracket. You get 10% CPIs every year instead of 6. There's a lot of advantages to small parks. Even if you're going to keep it, it's way more easy to manage it yourself. Before you delve into the costs and funness of property management systems and stuff like that. But it's all is if it's making a good dollar. I mean, it's never a bad deal. That's all I gotta say about that.
Well, I'm very excited to start working on this stuff with you. I'm glad that, because we're currently 3 hours into this, guys, but I'm happy to do it.
Kova virtual park landlord, huh? Yeah, I love Oculus and stuff. I could run it for my. That's a good idea. As long as you have a good maintenance man on site, or running it by yourself virtually or manually is difficult.
I'm gonna call the guy back and let him know that the offer is in box right now. Oh,
You just made that guy's week.
I just need your I just need your POF for the other, but honestly, not really. But if possible, in the next, I don't know if you can in the next 10 minutes, but I'm gonna call this guy back and say that the offer is gonna be in his inbox.
I have to ask Jennifer to pull that up for me because I'm not on that server.
Oh, okay.
So I can get it to you tonight, though.
Okay, perfect. He didn't pick up. Offer is in your inbox now. POF is showing. Oh, here he is. Hey, Brett.
Hey, sorry, I just missed you.
No worries. So offers in your inbox now. Just for quick credibility purposes, I threw in my portfolio. I threw in 3 mobile home parks that we own. I threw in my bank statement from February showing 283 in February. And then I attached my POF, but it's only showing 175 right now. So my partner is going to grab his. He'll bridge the gap between the 175 and the 500. But at the same time, the bank statement does show almost 300 in a single month. So I'm going to get that to you a little bit later tonight, but I just wanted to get this solidified. So I send it over to your email, but do expect another POF statement from me from my partner as well.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let me take a peek, make sure that came through.
I've also upped the offer to 2.5. I want to make it competitive, and I've included a couple other bonuses in there that might make this a little bit easier for them. But I just wrote it all up. It should be in your inbox right now.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna take a peek here, make sure that came through.
Email is info@Grandin Taylor Properties. I'll text that to you. Oftentimes goes to spam folder.
Let's see. It's probably just taking a second to make its way through here. Okay, cool. Got it.
Excellent.
2.5, 500 down, 6%. Okay, cool.
And then I've included a foreclosure language in there so that they wouldn't have to foreclose if anything happened.
On that
the deed of trust. Yeah.
The deed of trust. Let's see. Is that in here at the bottom?
The document isn't in there. Our closing attorney would have to draft it up, but it's just saying that I'm willing to add a deed of trust on there, which essentially gets rid of their ability to they wouldn't foreclose on us. It essentially would be in a trust, and the executor of the trust would give the trust back to your client in the event of our default. That way they wouldn't have to worry about us making the payments on time. But the bank statement also shows that the income each month is well above the payments that we've proposed.
Perfect. Okay. Very good. Awesome, man. Hey, I appreciate you reaching out. I'll get this over to them shortly, and I'll let you know what they think of it, what they come back with, and let's get this put together.
Excellent. Thank you so much for your time. We'll be in touch tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Hey, thanks.
Bye-bye. Honestly, no need for the proof of funds. If you can get it over to me, get it over to me, but honestly, no need. That sounds really good to me, honestly.
Well, if you need it for future stuff, I mean, that's okay.
I'll let you know. I think the financials I showed are probably good enough, but that's great, man. I just got that ball moving in like 15 minutes, guys. We just start to finish like ball moving, and you get something like this done. It's like $100,000 assignment fee, which is amazing.
Yeah. You want to do those numbers for the group? Show them what that if it pans out on any of the deals you offered, what it might be.
Yeah.
Coming back to you.
Yeah. I mean, all I can say is this, guys. All I can say is this. So the property has, I think it says 64 slots. If each one does 850, which is what Jason's charging for his, and you get full occupancy there, which seems to be possible, it would bring in $54,000. I've proposed a $20,000 monthly payment to them. Well, at least I thought I did. Let me just make sure that I've done that. Oh, well, actually, We didn't actually mention the payment. I just included the rate. I should probably tell them the payment on that. It's 2.5, 5 million down, 6% rate. So the payment would be that's 11,671 per month, much less than 20. Payment at 6% rate is 11,671 per month. Okay. I can share my screen again, but guys, yeah, there's not much math here. The math is it could bring in, what was that figure? 54,000. Yeah, it could bring in 54,000 per month. I've structured payments of 11,000 on that. They're probably closer to 15,000 with taxes and insurance, and then you've probably got management expenses of maybe another 8 to 10,000 per month. So I think we stand to make probably around, I don't know, maybe $25,000 net per month off of a $500,000 down payment. Call it 600,000. What would that be? $25,000 multiplied by 12 is, guys, it would be a 50% cash on cash. It would literally be half of your money back. It would be insane. So the cash on cash would be through the roof. But I didn't calculate cash on cash. I just thought to myself, oh, if it's bringing in 50, let's structure payments below that. You know, how much down? We offered 500 down. We offered 500 down. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and do a giveaway, then I'm gonna head out. This has been our 3-hour stream, and I thought it was great. I mean, today was insane. I just got to tell Andrew to clip this. This guy Jesimar did a big deal with us. He did a 50K deal with us on a 20 something unit, or no, it was actually only a 12 or 13. 70 because he had other deals too. He had other deals.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
My first ever mobile home park call went really well. And that's not a, he actually just messaged me back. Reply, 3 million. Oh, he says, yes, that's also an option. So 20K principal payment per month. Yes, that's also $20,000 principal. And that's a quick pay down, actually. $20,000 principal only. Payments begin in 5 months. Price is 3M. Okay, he's already getting back to us. He's already ready to go to the seller. So this is great, guys. This is it's just moving quick. Anyways, let's do a giveaway here, guys. I'm tired. I want to go do something else. That's 3 hours of nonstop yap.
You just want to go play Fortnite, man.
That's literally facts, but I'm actually going to try to get a massage, and then that is what I want to do. I want to play Fortnite or go play ping pong, but maybe I want to get a massage today. I might go get a massage. All right, what are we giving away? Guys, it's almost time for the cut to start. It's almost time. No, a damn Apple Watch. Are you kidding me? God. I hate giving away Apple Watches, guys. They're so expensive. Yes, guys, we do give away a lot of stuff and Hold My Hand Wholesale. Pick a number. Okay, pick a number. I will do a number this time so nobody cheats. Can you review my deal? I'm so tired, bro. I need to go. I'm tired, man. Do Sherlock trivia, he says. I want to do something that people can't look up. And I'm going to write a number. I'm going to write a number on my phone.
Okay, everyone's putting numbers up already.
Okay. I'm gonna put in my line in the chat, and the numbers are gonna be between 1 and 100, and it's not in the chat yet, so posting your number doesn't do anything yet. But it's gonna be between 1 and 100, and I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the chat, and whoever guesses my number correctly, which is currently written on my phone, is going to get it. Who's gonna get an Apple Watch? Okay, so we're gonna do it in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh my God.
Jeez.
I'm going to give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, done. The number is 22. The number is 22. It's on my phone right here. It's 22, guys. Help me find 22. Help me find 22. Who wrote 22? 51.
We got a mayor at 22.
I see a 28, 26, 38, 54,
I think it's
22.
Amari.
22.
Amari, sorry.
No,
I'll butcher
Devon got it
everybody's-
first, actually. Devon got it first.
Did he? Yeah, I'm scrolling. Man, you guys, it's 200 people to scroll.
Wait, did I
back.
get it? Wait. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm checking.
Brother.
I think it's
Oh,
Jay
he's
Ruiz,
evil.
000. Jay Ruiz.
I think it's Jay Ruiz. Yeah, it's definitely Jay Ruiz.
That was close.
Nice
All right,
job.
Jay Ruiz, come up. Have you ever,
Yo,
bro?
that's crazy.
I'm buying you an Apple Watch right now. I promise. Who here's gotten an
What?
Apple Watch from us? Who here can drop a photo of the Apple Watch that we bought? Because we are consistently buying Apple Watches for people. If you have an Apple Watch in here from Hold My Hand Wholesale, drop a photo. Drop it. Oh, M, he has one. This guy has one. There you go. Well, we're gonna get you one. Your
Yo,
options.
that's crazy. I never thought I would win one of these.
Well, would you? Okay, you actually have 3 options in as far as color. I can do black, white, or navy blue.
I'll do a white one.
White one, okay.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's a brand new Apple Watch. I'm buying you an Apple Watch. It's,
Yeah, I'm at work right now. Like, I'm like just trying to listen into the live. It's crazy. What? Oh, shit.
The other viewers are across Discord and Instagram and YouTube, guys. Hey, can I get can you DM me name, address, and phone number?
Yeah. How do I DM you? Do I just like hit your profile?
Hold on my face, like me waving here. Hold on my face with your thumb, and then click message.
Okay. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, just DM name, address, phone number, and yeah, we'll go ahead and send it to you.
Okay, thank you. Name, address, and phone number. Mhm. All right, thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you. Let's go ahead and get this shipped out. I don't have it yet, but we will soon. And guys, it's going to be a great week. My fix and flip is also closing this week, assuming nothing happens. I've got a lot of wholesale deals closing this week. We've got Yusuf's wholesale deal closing this week. I mean, it's going to be great. And then, yes.
I just sent it. Did you get it by any chance?
I did, yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
Is there a unit number?
Actually, in the unit number, you can place like. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna send because it's a business location, and I'll send you the name of the business.
So what's the address? Because it just says this isn't like an address I've ever seen before. You sure you want me to put this in the address? Can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry.
So do you want me to put this in the address? Because I will put this in the address, but I'm gonna be honest, I've never seen there's no road, there's no street. Do you want me to write that?
Yeah, that's usually just the location. When I have like packages delivered, that's usually where I get them to.
Okay, I'm just gonna send you a screenshot of this to confirm here. I also need a zip code.
Okay.
So you tell me if this looks right. Does that look like the address you want me to write?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna ship it there.
Gotcha. Thank you so much.
The ETA is March 25th, Wednesday.
Nice.
I just sent you a confirmation of the order.
Okay, gotcha. Perfect.
All right, guys. All right, that's our giveaway for today. We do this Monday through Friday. You have 5 shots. every single week to do a giveaway. There's a reason why so many people join Hold My Hand Wholesale, because you're getting unparalleled information, and then you're also getting unparalleled experience with giveaways like this. I mean, guys, let's just look in the month of March. In the month of March, from the 1st to the 23rd, 1,600 of you have joined Hold My Hand Wholesale. 1,638 people have joined Hold My Hand Wholesale. Guys, hop in here if you want to learn how to make millions with mobile home parks, wholesaling real estate, flipping houses, rental properties, social media. Like, there's literally so many different avenues that we could go down. Anyways, that is linked in your bio. I'm going to head out. I think Jesimar is going to take it away. And you guys have an amazing rest of